need that sports encyclopedia. Where you at, Steve Kim? Got Trent in the cut.
What up, man? The real Coach JB. My main man, Big Smitty.
Are y'all ready for this?
Ground like something to prove it. Came to the conclusion that it's Smitty and JB and Smitty from West Coast to your side. Worldwide, we in your city. That sounds fine. Keep it 150. We never change what's happening. Hurdle and get
In any metric, Coach, you cannot have Russell Wilson in your
Nick gave me my first offer. Like, you got to have that store. You got to be marketable.
Hockey, football, baseball, then basketball.
Oh, I love this fucking show so much, man. Are you mixing light and dark at 11 a.m.?
I'm elated that I can be able to coach, that I can be able to mentor these kids, and give them everything that I've learned over the last 20 years.
Smitty and Jason Brown, killed it, yeah, it's a rap. We what the game's been missing, we switched it and filled the gap. Smitty and Jason Brown, we killed it, yeah, it's a rap. We what the game's been missing, we switched it and filled the gap.
You are now tuned in to the Coach JB Show.
Hello? Can you hear me? Derek. Man, God, I hate this dang phone line, man. I'm sorry, JB. I spent all this dang money on this phone line, and the signal was horrible. I don't get it.
Guess what? All right, appreciate you. We got a new deal with Mint Mobile. I just saved your whole life in phone drama. Mint Mobile is now a new proud sponsor of the Coach JB Show with Big Smitty.
Stop playing.
Your problem's been solved.
We got a partnership with Mint Mobile? You talking about Ryan Reynolds, Mint Mobile? Stop playing right now. Hold on. Let me Google this real quick.
You can try mintmobile.com/CoachJB and get 3 months free when you use the promo code CoachJB.
Hey, man, I just did a quick Google search real quick to make sure you wasn't playing around. They got plans as low as $15? They got plans for $30, unlimited everything. Speed, coverage, data, access to 5G, unlimited talk, text, mobile hotspots. You can talk in Mexico, talk in Canada, and they're built on the nation's largest 5G network. Are you kidding me, JB?
Hey, and everyone wants to know how hard it is to switch to your service. Big Wireless wants to think it's hard. They want you to think it's hard, Big Smitty, but switching to Mint is super easy thanks to digital eSIM cards, which most phones now have. You can sign up and activate immediately right on your phone from the comfort of your own home. Mint Mobile does it all. Short, fat, skinny, and tall. That's why the Coach JB Show with Big Smitty is proud new sponsor using promo code CoachJB. Try mintmobile.com. This is where it's at. We got it, Big Smitty.
And hold on, JB. I just read this. Last but not least, man. Hey, y'all, don't be duped by Big Wireless right now. I'm telling you, right now, Mint Mobile is through January 1st. You will receive an additional 3 months free, 90 days, 3 months free if you purchase a 3-month plan using our link below. So, hey, I'm switching over to Mint Mobile right now, JB. I'm done with this company I'm working with. They crazy. The line it never works. The signal is out, and it costs too much money. I'm going over to Mint Mobile, JB, and y'all should do the same.
Big Smitty, I'm calling you right now.
JB, Mint Mobile.
Mint Mobile, clear as day. I hear you clear. The new promo code Coach JB right here, 3 months free. Mint Mobile, try mintmobile.com/CoachJB and get you there free. 3 months off, family deals, all deals, short, fat, skinny, and tall. Mint does it all. Proud new sponsor. Much love. We'll see you later. Peace. What up? We're in the building. It is Doc Talk Tuesday with my main man, Dr. Jesse Morse. He'll be joining us live. We got a lot to break down. We got a fully loaded show today. We got Big Matt McChesney, Steve Kim. We got Dr. Jesse Morse. We ended with Tank Soldiers and Tank Johnson. We got a loaded lineup, and it's going to be fire. We got the racial draft. You're not going to want to miss it. Yes, the white, the black, the biracial. We got some polys on the side. sprinkle on top with maybe one Mexican. We're going to find out. We got an Asian kicker, Atlanta Falcons. We're going to break it down. Don't miss this one. It's going to be epic. This show is brought to you by betonline.ag, AQMS, Prize Picks, and our proud new sponsor, Mint Mobile. So we're going to dive right into it and give you the rundown before Big Smitty jumps in, and then we'll get into our quote of the day and all things real as the realest show on planet Earth begins. Pound the like button before we begin, though, and start pounding that like as you enter the room. We got a lot going on. It is Mike Tomlin Tuesday because it's hot. It's officially, he is on the hot seat, and we're going to dive into Mike Tomlin being on the hot seat. Is everyone really just over his big words and lingo? That's what I'm hearing, which is crazy to me, but that's what we're going to dive into. And don't miss it. Aaron Rodgers seems disengaged. That is what they're saying. He seems disengaged with his team after the horrible loss to Miami, or is it just that he's waiting his turn again? Him and Garrett here discuss some things. We're going to dive into it. But what do I know? I tell you about those players wearing headsets on the sideline. We're going to break it down. Steph Curry, he had an unbelievable streak of three-point shooting made, three-point shots made every single game. 268 straight games was snapped the other day. No more, as the Golden State Warriors seem to be dissipating in front of our very eyes. In the college football ranks, the University of Troy hires Irish offensive coordinator Coach Parker as its new head coach. I'm telling you right now, Troy is a sleeping giant. You can get a lot of talent down there in Alabama. Speaking of talent, USC's number one recruit a year ago is now entering the portal. The quarterback Nelson, Los Alamitos High, right here in SoCal, is entering the portal. What is happening in USC? What is happening with Lincoln Riley? We're going to break that down as well. The Steelers, back to the Steelers. They're planning on starting Mason Rudolph at QB after the quarterbacks continue to struggle over there in Pittsburgh. We're going to dive into Mason Rudolph and a lot of Pittsburgh Steelers fans out there. Hopefully you're watching and listening. There's going to be an epic one here because we're going to dive into this whole thing. Last night's game, Seahawks-Eagles. We're going to break that game down. What a pretty good game. And like I said, I think I'm the only one that picked the Seahawks to win. Once again, I had to prove Big Smitty and Big E-Dub, Eric Weddle wrong. They both went against me. Pete Carroll, 8-0 versus the Seahawks, or versus the Eagles. Go with the numbers. Are the Clippers figuring it out? We're going to break down the Clippers, winners of 7 in a row. We're going to break down the Clippers, the JV team here in L.A. We all know that's what they are. Sean Strickland fights in the crowd after the UFC main event the other night, after Colby Covington lost, after talking all that shit. We're going to break that down as well. Rest in peace. Sad news in the college and the NBA, college football or basketball world. Eric Montrose played at North Carolina, obviously, was 52 years young. He died of cancer. Can't believe that. Seems like I just watched his ass playing not too long ago. Eric Montrose passed away. All you North Carolina fans out there. If you didn't watch the Vikings and Bengals game, Mixon and Ivan Pace get into a heated exchange after Saturday's late overtime win. And seems like it was it's the jersey swap era. This is what it is. We're going to break that shit down, though, and dive into what really is going on in these little, I call it a pussy exchange. Moving on to the Bears. DJ Moore says that Justin Fields is better than both Drake May and Caleb Williams. I can't wait for Steve Kim to join us to talk about that. He says, why would we draft another rookie quarterback and start all over? DJ Moore got a point. Do the Bears get rid of Justin Fields? We're going to break that down as well. Steelers, in unfortunate news, Steelers' DeMonte Casey has been suspended for their entire season. And I'm going to tell you right now, Tank Johnson is not very pleased about it. He sits on those boards in those meetings. He's ready to come out and let loose today about this hit. Should the quarterback be suspended for throwing the fucking ball? out of the receiver's reach? Eric Weddle and Tank Johnson seem to think so. We're going to break that down later. Jaden Daniels, unfortunately, disappointing to me, will not play in the final college football playoff or bowl game against Wisconsin. He's going to sit out and get ready for the draft. We're going to dive into that. Anthony Edwards, a young and upcoming star for one of the best teams in NBA right now, Minnesota Timberwolves, tells his girlfriend, I like fucking girls with fat ass and fine face. This is going to be very interesting. Is it white people shit? Is it black people shit? We're going to dive into it. Can't wait to do that. This is going to be hilarious. I can't wait to get Smitty's reaction on this. We got some hell yeah, hell nah, some real talk or some jaw jacking. And, of course, we got the poll question, the quote of the days, and all that other shit. So, without further ado, we got to bring our main man in, Big Smitty.
Yes, sir. Big Smitty is back. It's Tuesday.
Oh, you
JB, what's going on?
You must be plugged into the internet today.
Man, listen, I don't fuck around too much. I told y'all, just give me some time. I was going to get right. We had to go through some trials and tribulations before we got to the goal, to the treasure. Now we got the treasure, JB. So how you doing?
Who's at my doorbell at 6 in the morning? That's what I want to know. I got to get the heat out.
What? Who is that? It ain't Halloween. Ain't no candy. Do I need to pull up? Mint Mobile?
Yo, who this? Amazon. God.
Boy, I'm about to have to pull up it.
I mean, hey, it might have been the viral moment of the show, the show. It might have been, hey, come out with the gun. Ash brought out.
Right, ass, sick of man.
Hey,
6 in the morning, police at my door.
I was thinking, I was like, shit. I scheduled my AEs, and I was like, AE ain't kind of sick because I got the show. Right. AE, like, there ain't no AE.
Right.
There ain't no AE coming up. There ain't no. I got AEs. They segmented. Kind of like the show.
You can't get no AE during the show. Now you get some head doing the show and under the table. You can't get no AE during the show. You know what I mean? So.
You can. I got a new device.
You got a hole under your chair?
I got a new device, dog.
Stop playing.
I got a footstool. You put your feet up on this, and it raise your legs up.
Oh, so they can just sit. They can just sit under you like this.
Yeah. So I got this thing right here. Come on, man. We starting the show. We gotta get the show going. I got this feet thing, and it's because my back be fucked up. So my cousin told me, chiropractor,
right? Get
this thing, keep your legs up. So actually,
it's possible. Anything's possible.
I can't do it. Anyway, any chiropractor, anybody out there want to do add another ad sponsor? AE. We got a lot going on, man. It's about to be crazy. It's 6 in the morning and the police at my door.
Come on now.
We got a lot going on today, man. We got a loaded lineup, the racial draft.
I can't wait for that. I cannot wait for the racial draft, man. I'm about to kick your ass.
Oh, shit. It's the most racist show on planet Earth.
I'm doing this for all my people who struggled during their lifetime, my ancestors, my current people now. This is for y'all. We're going to win this one.
Wait. Speaking of that, though, let's get to the quote of the day before we dive into the racial draft and get into that. AQMS, proud sponsor. They move all things from your couch to your love seat to your car to your house, your side bitch, your side dick, whatever it is you got to move, they move it. AQMS, call 1-888-233-3110. Tell them JB sent you. That's my direct line for AQMS. They will move you. Quote of the day, Big Smitty. We got it's a good one. Because I hate talking about comfort zones. I hate a comfort zone. Mm-hmm. Quote of the day, brought to you by betonline.ag. Use the promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV. Get you 50% off plus welcome bonus. A comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing ever grows there.
Ooh, man.
I don't know if you know that, but it is a beautiful place, but nothing ever grows there. So I don't like comfort zones. I like being comfortable, being uncomfortable. So that's just how I get down. Contrary to belief, brought to you by Prize Picks. Head on over to Prize Picks and get your bet on. It's NBA Tuesday on TNT. You get to watch those Sir Charles and Shaq talk shit. Contrary to belief, the beginning is the most important part of the work. Contrary to belief. You got to start, dog, before you can ever finish. Contrary to belief, failure is the opportunity to begin again more intelligently. I like failing because, like I said, you either win or you learn. You never fail. If I fail, then I get to start over more intelligently. Poll question, Big Smitty. I got to ask you, since the thumbnail is Mike Tomlin, we got the racial draft coming up. The racial draft took off by storm on the internet. We got Bussin' with the Boys doing drafts. We got McAfee talking about it. We got everybody talking about it. So you came up with an idea like we should do the draft, do it a little bit like, you know, Dave Chappelle style. We've come up with some teams, talking about the teams. We're going to do some things like that. But the thumbnail is Mike Tomlin officially being on the hot seat. The poll question is, was it really Matt Canada's fault that the Steelers' offense was this bad? Because I got to be honest, the offense since Matt Canada's firing is worse.
Right.
They're not only worse points per game, they're worse yards per game. Their quarterback has digressed. Their running game is worse. Sometimes it's hard to just throw in guys. I want to know with you. I want to ask you, though. I guess the poll question is what it is. Was it really Matt Canada's issue or fault? But I got to ask you this, though. Do you think Mike Tomlin's regretting firing Matt Canada because of the fact that he's so loyal and now they're probably running around in the office because they don't have an offensive play caller? And, you know, I bet you he's like, I should have just been loyal. If I'm going to go down with the ship, I should have just went down with my guy, Matt Canada. Now I've replaced him, and we are garbage. We're worse than we were with him. I don't know.
I don't think he's regretting because at the end of the day, the offense was shitty with them and shitty without him. So, yeah, I guess you could say, hey, if we're going to be bad regardless, just stay with my guy. But as a head coach, you know how it is, especially in the NFL, with all eyes on you, media talking about you every single week, you have to make some sort of change. There's no way you can just sit there and let things continue to happen and expect different results. That's a definition of insanity. So he had to make some change. Also, I mean, you know, listen, Kenny Pickett is not all that, but he was their starter for a reason, and he's out. Then you put in Trubisky, who hasn't played in forever. He's horrible. Now you're back to your guy, Mason Rudolph, who hasn't played a game or started a game, I believe, since 2021. Now, you know, reports are that they're going to move forward with him as a starter. So I think a lot of it has to do with just the uncertainty at the quarterback position. And at the end of the day, like I always say, man, like if you don't have a quarterback, then you don't have a team. You know what I'm saying? Like you won't truly win games without a quarterback. And since Big Ben has left, the Steelers have struggled to replace him. And that's why we give so much credit to Mike Tomlin, because like, damn, like you ain't even got no serviceable quarterback and you still winning 9-10 games somehow. Like that's why we give him so much praise. But at the end, go ahead.
On this show, I've talked about top 5 coaches currently in the NFL. I've had Sean Salisbury. We do a show together, and we talk about this all the time. Sean and I actually have – who do I always mention?
Tomlin.
Okay. I just want to make sure because I have Tomlin as a top 3 coach. But this bitch made cat says that I tear down all our good black coaches. See, these motherfuckers don't listen. They just watch the show. They don't even hit the like. They're not even a member. They just talk that shit. They don't ever talk about how am I breaking them down tearing him down when I have him as my top 3 coach in the NFL every single year.
You're just saying that because of Coach Deion Sanders. Let's be real.
Exactly, they are. That's what I said. That's what I'm saying. They don't ever listen. They just talk that bullshit. Latrell Flowers, what's up with the Eagles? What's up with him, homie? Am I the only one that picked the Seahawks to win the motherfucker? Am I the only one? We're going to dive into it. But goddamn, am I the only one? Because all I know is this. Big Smitty and Weddle picked the Eagles yesterday.
We
and
did.
again, I'm the only one that picked.
I didn't say it with confidence, though. Weddle was like Eagles. Like he just said, like he just. I said, I was like Eagles.
Hey, Latrell, he said he legitimately concerned. Hey,
you should be.
Jeff Nadu's been on this show several weeks in a row and said this Eagles team is mid, overrated, and who have they beat? He is onto something, maybe. I mean, Jeff said this for a long time on the show. Listen, Jalen Hurts. Listen, I'm not gonna bash anybody, but I'm just telling you the truth. It's not bashing. I've been telling y'all. Told you he's going to struggle this season. Did I not? Number two, listen to Nostradamus when he speaks, motherfucker. I'm your Nostradamus, everybody out there. I told y'all this cat can't win you a meaningful game down the stretch. And coming off being sick, all this shit, and for them to run him like they did tells me one thing. That's like Michael Jordan, Big Smitty, in the so-called flu game, coming into this game. And they say, listen, Jordan, you're sick, but listen, I just want you to shoot because you know you can't take that physicalness, drive into the rack. So stay outside and shoot the ball. Because he could do both, right?
Right.
If your quarterback, franchise player, is sick, Smitty, are you running him like they did? The first play of the game, they ran zone read. He pulled it within 13 yards. He ran the football with reckless abandonment in the QB design run game. I'm sitting there watching it as a coach and a person and judging a coach and understanding the game, and I'm like, they do not trust this motherfucker to throw the football. Because if they did, Big Smitty, how are you that sick, come to the game that late, don't even know if you're starting before the game, and then you run him like they did? It's an all-time confidence crusher, in my opinion. If I'm in that locker room, I'm A.J. Brown. The tension's getting bigger. I'm watching A.J. Brown's body language. I'm telling y'all, I've been telling you guys this fucking story, homie. I don't know why no one listens to us. We don't get on the mainstream media, but no, I'm just telling you. It's something to it, Big Smitty. I'm telling you right now. There's something going on there, and I think they're figuring out that this cat's just a one-read guy, and if he can't get it out, then bam, he's out. So I don't know.
You might be right, man. It's hard to tell. It's hard to read quarterbacks this year because every quarterback down there is playing at a lower level than their norm. So it's hard for me to be like, damn, is this who Jalen Hurts is for real? Or is this just a weird year for quarterbacks and maybe next year everybody's going to boost back up to where they were? That's why I'm just like, damn. You know, if it was just Jalen, then I'd be like, all right, maybe this is really him.
All right, so Bailey, we got to find the clip. Again, got receipts. I swear to God, I hate to say I know everything, but damn, I know all this shit. I swear to God, we got clips on this show where I said that the Eagles D-line is going to be fucking suspect. And everyone said, they're even better and blah, blah, blah. I said, no, they're not better. They're not better. They are worse. I told y'all they were going to rotate a bunch of young kids, and you got two young kids in there that are getting fucking double-teamed at the point of attack, dude, who have not been double-teamed in the NFL. This ain't Georgia, homie. This ain't fucking – I told y'all when you got rid of what's his name to the 49ers.
Javon Hargrave, yes.
Hargrave. I told you guys that you were going to struggle because Fletcher Cox is now one of your only OGs, and he's old over the hill.
He's too old, yeah.
And he's still a baller. But he's just not the guy now. Now you got to rotate young, light in the ass. Fletcher Cox is your seventh rotational D lineman. They're rotating 6 to 8 guys. And I'm just telling you, I've said it on this show, and we're gonna try to find that clip. Sean Waffle could maybe find that clip. I talked about that D lineman, and I said it a long time ago. And then Jeff's like, oh, Jalen Carter's the best already. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. You guys are killing me with this top 5 shit already. Listen, they're struggling up front on the D-line, which in turn struggles in the back row. If you can't get pressure with your front four, now you have to add pressure with blitzers. Guess who puts on an island? Your secondary. Their secondary is not very good. Guess what? They got rid of a critical secondary player to the Detroit Lions, where I told y'all that was going to cost them too. But what's his name? Who the Eagles get rid of? The Lions took him.
Yeah. Fuck. Hold on.
Somebody go get it. But just telling you, this is just coaching 101, man. Football is one. Gardner. Football is one. D-line, DBs. That is how you win at every level. If you get the best D-line and the best DBs, you will win. Because your DBs, most likely 9 out of 10 games, will be better than the quarterback. Remember, corners press receivers when the corners are telling you we are better than you. Corners play press man, not because they're better than the receiver, because they're better than the quarterback. So it's Doc Talk Tuesday. And before we get to this draft, we got an injury update. The man, the myth, the legend, Dr. Jesse Morris.
Got the holiday season suit and tie on. What's going on, Doc?
Doc's married man, though, Big Smitty. He's a faithful, loyal, married man. He doesn't get, Chick-fil-A sent to him every day like you. He is out there grinding. Man.
I got to talk to Doc offline, though. I got to talk to him offline. I don't know.
If he wasn't married, though, I think the females would be on him, huh?
Earwax says.
What up, Doc? What up, Doc? You hear me?
I can hear you. How are you?
Hey, what's going on, man? So, I gotta go right to the nasty injury, but
Ravens.
I don't know if you remember this. Remember the Freddie Mitchell injury years ago at UCLA?
Mm-mm.
I don't know if we can find that video, but basically he's one of the rare ones. I was at the game. His brother played for me at Compton College. This was in '98, I want to say. He running down the sideline at the Rose Bowl, landed awkwardly. He snapped his femur. So he snapped his femur, which is rare, biggest bone of the body, right? Pretty rare. You would say the strongest bone too, correct?
Yeah, usually.
Weight-bearing bone, all that. Snapped it. His front foot hit him in his front of his helmet. So it was the worst thing I've ever seen. He to this day, he's never watched it. Later on, he ended up having a pretty damn good NFL career. Got a titanium rod put in there. The whole thing. This was back in '98, '99 when it was kind of starting up as a new thing. When you go to the airport and all that stuff, and he was dealing with that. So I've seen that one. I've seen the Napoleon McCallum injury, which was unbelievable. Spiral fracture, I want to say. He tore that thing up, broke that and snapped it in half. I've seen the Joe Theismann thing. But that one without snapping anything or compound fracture anything, we all knew that was going to be something, I saw your tweet right away. It was going to be probably ACL, MCL, PCL.
It could have been a couple different things. I think he got lucky. But, I mean, all I mean is it could have been a lot worse. I think the way it played out was he was getting tackled and he kind of broke free, but that threw off his gait while he was running and he kind of overextended. And then the knee wasn't ready for that, whatever angle that it took. And unfortunately, it just completely went the wrong way. Tore his ACL, likely completely. And the question is how much additional damage? A PCL at the same time, which is the one that crisscrosses with it, is pretty rare. It's possible, I guess. He wasn't getting hit from any angle. So the MCL or the LCL usually would get hit if it was at an angle, but it wasn't an angle. So maybe they got spared or just sprained, but not torn. And then the question is, is there any articular cartilage damage or is there any meniscal damage? So obviously done for this year. The question is, how significant is the tear and how much will it impact him in 24?
And what do you think, just professional opinion, what do you think right now looking at that?
I think he'll probably be okay. We've seen most guys struggle in their first year back. They've been better, but they're still not quite the same player. Brees, obviously that line and overall team has been awful, so it's kind of hard to gauge him. But Javonte has been okay, but he hasn't been quite as good as he was pre-injury, which is kind of unfortunately to be expected. J.K. Dobbins, you could say the same. Like almost everybody, running back wise, we have to go back to Adrian Peterson and a couple other smaller guys that really defied the odds. But besides that, the first year is a little bit rough. Compensating injuries, it's, delayed time, just don't have the same level of explosiveness or agility, and just mentally they're just not. The grind of the season is hard enough, and trying to come back from an injury makes it so much harder. When they're trying to baby him early on in the season to allow him to play the whole season.
No doubt. For a lot of the fantasy guys out here, a big one came back for the Packers, right? Aaron Jones finally showed back up. He got back in there. I took a shot. Scared money don't make money. A good friend of mine says dumb money don't make money either. I played Kenyon Drake, man, because I was like, fuck, somebody has to split some carries here. And Kenyon, I don't even know if he played. I got a snap. I think Aaron Jones took all the carries, which I thought he would not do right after the being back, first game back. Is he fully good? He's good to go for the rest of the year right now until something happens?
Yeah, he should be okay. He's had a little bit of a rough year between his hamstring, the re-injury to the hamstring, and now the MCL. I wouldn't say he's quite 100%, but I bet you he's probably 85, 90%. And his re-injury risk will go down. The good news, quote unquote good news, for him is that he doesn't really have any competition. AJ Dillon unfortunately fractured the thumb on his carrying hand. I don't really know how he's going to play with that. I mean, you can't hold the ball. So I'm assuming they're going to give Jones 15 to 20 touches a game in some capacity, which would be good as long as he can stay healthy. I would say he has top 20-ish potential for the last couple games.
Is it same thumb as Jonathan Smith in the Colts? Is it the
Jonathan Taylor?
Jonathan Taylor?
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor?
Yeah. But we haven't heard Taylor's confirmation, but it's my guess it would be a UCL ligament repair, which is a little bit worse. I'm better, but worse. Worse because you have to have it repaired and you're going to wait for the repair to heal. Better because fractures, for the most part, heal on their own, and you don't need hardware usually. So I think there's a chance Jonathan Taylor comes back this week. Zach Moss got lucky and didn't. I thought it was his forearm again, but that was the one he broke in the preseason. But it was actually his shoulder, they said. And it sounds like he got lucky, maybe just a type 1 AC. I think he'll be okay. So there's a chance Colts get both running backs back. We'll have to see if Taylor gets cleared for practice because he hasn't practiced yet. So that's kind of how I knew he wasn't coming back. So we'll know tomorrow if he's practicing.
And then real quick, staying with my Colts, I know Michael Pittman Jr. took a little bit of a hit, kind of a dirty hit there. Some people are calling it dirty. I know he tweeted after the game that he was okay. Any updates on him? Is it just a concussion or what?
Yeah, so concussion, I guess if there's any good news, it's that he gets an extra day to heal. Gotcha. Because it was a nasty hit. He was having a great game.
Yeah, he was.
He killed the prop bet. Just done right there for the over him. He's going to get the over, no problem. He's had caught 8 to 9 passes, each of the past 5 or 6 games or whatever it was. He's as locked as you're going to get it unless that happens. So yeah, I would say there's a 30 to 40% chance. Some guys have been able to clear the protocol, no problem. Some guys haven't. I mean, each one's unique. We've seen C.J. Stroud not clear it. We've seen Derek Carr clear it twice. Olave cleared it. So it's like, it just depends, if minimum 3 days to get to stability, 4 days to get to limited practice, and 5 days to get to full clearance. Some guys take 6, 7, 8 days. Just everyone's a little different. Pop Douglas took almost 2 weeks to clear. And then Hayden Hurst had that unfortunate amnesia that ended his season. Yeah, from a month ago or whatever it was. So they're all unique. They're so we'll see. Same thing with Trevor Lawrence. Same thing with Zach Wilson. We don't know. If they're lucky, they start practicing and don't have any symptoms on day 4, and then they clear it on day 5 and they're good. Sometimes it doesn't work out that way. They tried to push C.J. Stroud until the last possible moment, and it wasn't enough.
Right.
It worked out.
Two fan bases out here that are now rolling: Cincinnati Bengals, Buffalo Bills. They're right in the mix of this thing now in the AFC. Jordan Phillips, D tackle for the Bills. went through, I guess, a wrist surgery. He had wrist surgery, and they said it's considered week to week. You know anything about Jordan Phillips?
I don't. I haven't looked into this one yet.
All right, so he's a deep tackle for the Bills. I know they're going to need some rotational help up front. The other one is a bigger name, obviously, in the fantasy world. Jamar Chase with the Bengals. Any update on him?
Yeah, so I'll speak briefly about Phillips. So I guess the good thing is if they're calling it week to week, the ability he has the ability to play with a club or like a modified, a receiver can't play with a club. You can't catch the damn ball. So I guess the benefit of a D line or O line, however, is that they can kind of play with a club and still not have to worry about injuring whatever was repaired. Yeah. So that's why you can probably call them week to week as opposed to missing 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, 8 weeks, whatever it is. Burrow, obviously, unique situation where you're trying to throw the ball. You don't have the luxury of being able to come back week to week because so it's all individual. Jamar Chase, unfortunately, left the game and never came back. That kind of gives you a little bit of an indication. They went to overtime. Obviously, they needed him or could have used him. And I believe he was on the sideline of the sling. I didn't see it, but people were telling me that, so I'm assuming he was. Usually, that means it's a little bit worse than mild. The good thing is that he didn't dislocate his shoulder, at least based on what they were telling us. So separated shoulder is usually an AC sprain, the ligament complex up here. When that happens, you have your type 1s, which most guys will play through. Painful, but not enough to keep them on the sidelines because the ligaments are still all attached. The type 2s, the ligaments are partially torn or several of them are pretty beat up. So you can't do a whole lot. I heard rumblings that he was in so much pain on Saturday or Sunday that he didn't even want to get an MRI. He waited till the following day.
Yeah.
So I mean, which it doesn't really change a whole lot, but my guess is his is a type 2, which usually translates to 2 to 3 weeks for a receiver. For comparison, type 3 is what Anthony Richardson had. So that was
what everybody wants to know about.
Gotcha.
The name everybody wants to know about, obviously. Zach Wilson, Jets. He goes out. His mom does an IG. I know his mom. I talk to his mom often. I'm gonna try to get her on the show. Okay. It's gonna be interesting to see.
I'm laughing at Doctor. I ain't keep going.
I see his look. I gotta ask you. Would Aaron Rodgers really consider playing at this moment? I say still yes, for the simple fact of his ego and to prove everybody wrong. He has to at least get in there and play a quarter. I don't think he'll play a game. I think he's going to play a quarter or two to say, I'm back, getting my mind right for next year when he returns on a team that's not made. They're eliminated, right? They're already eliminated.
They're out.
What do you think there? Is it put him at risk, I guess, is my question? Always risk.
Kind of playing with fire, but I think this is kind of what he wanted, right?
Yeah.
This is kind of what he's been planning for, right? Unfortunately, the team wasn't good enough. I mean, you can check this stat because I read it and I still don't believe it's true. They've had 1 carry inside the 5 yards all year long.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
And I forgot some weird name person had the carry, and I was like,
I think it was Carter, wasn't it? The kid?
No, it was someone I never heard of. That's why I thought it was crazy, but I don't even know where to find that. But nonetheless, I think that there's a chance we may see him just to kind of prove that he made it, so to speak.
Right.
The 2 biggest risks, quote unquote risks, I mean, that have to do with his Achilles. 1, overstretching it. 2, re-tearing it. Those are the 2. He's at 3.5 months, somewhere on there. A little over 3.5 months.
That makes no sense.
Which is crazy. Is it possible he can hobble around for 20 plays as long as the line holds up? Yeah. Is he going to be able to get out of the way? No, he's not going to be able to ambulate and scramble at all. It's just it's not realistic.
Imagine if he plays, does that prove that he didn't really tear it in the first place? Because I don't listen. People have torn their Achilles for so many, like every year somebody's torn an Achilles. We have never, ever seen anybody come back in 3.5 months to play the game of football, especially someone who's Aaron Rodgers. He's almost 40 years old, or is he 40?
Yeah, he's if he didn't turn 40, he's about to. It's soon.
He's right there. So it's like it literally makes no sense. So he's either struck gold and hit the jackpot and found some new technology that none of us have access to, or he did not tear his Achilles. Like it doesn't make sense.
Several people asked me this the other day when I tweeted about it. Yes, I mean the video shows he tore his Achilles. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's like, yes, he tore it. Yes, I mean, is he way more faster than everyone else? Yes.
Way.
Yeah, way. I mean, way. He's 2 months faster than the fastest person that we have in the NFL ever. To give you an idea how ridiculous this is. I remember, the fact that it's his lead leg, the fact that he's a QB, there's a lot of different moving parts. He still has the mental and the physical ability to throw the ball and to manipulate. He just can't move, right? If he's a running back or anything else, it's useless. He wouldn't be able to do anything. If he was a backup, it would be pointless. It wouldn't even be relevant. The only reason that it's relevant is because of who he is, right? That's the only reason that we're even discussing this. If it's like, hey, some undrafted free agent, you would never heard about this. This wouldn't have mattered. And even then, they wouldn't have given him the time of day. Right. The only reason we're giving him the time of day is because what he's done and who he is. So, that you got to look at it like that. He's put on a huge platform. He's moved mountains in terms of rehab. Traditionally, this is scary, but he's moving the needle. Whether or not it's smart, the only one risking it in his mind is him. Yeah.
Well, people start to question it. I know they're questioning it, but people start to want to see. I want to see the scar. That's what I'm seeing on social media now.
I'm sure he'll happily show you. I'm surprised he hasn't shown it yet.
I want to see the scar. Like, you guys are such. There's these bottom feeders on social media, man. I just like. Why is it your concern? You have no dog in the fight, but they're on. Aaron Rodgers gonna have to go on McAfee and fucking pull up his sock and show everybody the.
It wouldn't be the first time he showed his feet on here before.
Yeah, remember that year, last year, year before, whatever was his toe? I think it was his toe. So don't. He might do it tomorrow or today. What's today? Tuesday? Yeah, he might do it today. But yeah, no, there was the injuries this week were crazy though. Huge injuries. McCaffrey got a little banged up with a knee. It's likely a patellar tendon injury, which is like right here. I think he was getting it taped up. I think it was the second quarter, and obviously he came back in. I mean, that team is so scary, but it's so hard to bet them. Like Debo was on fire. He had like 40 yards. Ayuk was on fire in the season. He had like nothing. Kittle, nothing. Like you don't have any idea what to do with this team.
That day. Yeah.
You're like the only one that's safe is McCaffrey. Everyone else, you have no idea if they're going to get enough points. And it could be one play and they kill you over, or they kill you under. So it's like I don't bet them
if they're playing like an Arizona Cardinal team. I won't bet them because it'll be early. Like McCaffrey probably because he'll get touches early, but once they get that lead, you're not going to get a lot of those guys touches anymore.
No, that's the problem. I was like, they don't need to fight. They're already up by 20. Like they're going to pull their guys. Like. And that's what's frustrating. I want a competitive game, but you ain't going to get it with some of them. That Buffalo game was crazy.
It was crazy.
I only watched pieces of it, but I mean, the weather was a little ugly, but they just looked like, backdoor CD got that running, that touchdown that kind of saved some people. But and if you look at several people on Twitter have been breaking this down since Joe Brady took over. Look at the difference between what James Cook has done pre and what Stephon Diggs has done post. They've flipped. Stephon has pretty much been 50% of what he normally was, and Cook has been 200%, or give or take.
Yeah.
And then Kincaid, 0, nothing. He did not catch a single pass.
No.
Gabe Davis, 3 of the past 4 games, 0 catches. 0 catches.
Look at what Allen completed 7 balls.
Yeah, it was 7 for 15. It was like 7 for 15. I think.
That is what I've been saying for years, though. This is what they need to do because they put everything on the onus, all on Josh Allen to run around, ad lib, and don't run the ball whatsoever. it's a bad recipe.
But they've never had a running game, and now James is actually doing a little something. Like, okay, we might have some here.
It's
if he's going to run like that the rest of the year, the Bills are going to be super dangerous.
It's crazy what that does.
Before I go, I shout out to Geno Smith for trying to make it last night. Technically active. I was even surprised by that. Jalen Hurts had something gnarly. They didn't even let him fly with the team. They flew him privately. My guess was COVID, but I don't think it really matters, to be honest with you. Rappaport said it wasn't influenza, it wasn't the flu. So there's only so many different viruses that, it could be a bunch of things, but it doesn't really matter. He hasn't been throwing the ball a lot. Like, you can look at his unders. He pretty much hits the under every time. Running the ball well, but that catch by JSN last night.
Ooh, with his fingertips, Dr. Jesse. Oh my
It was
God.
raining. I mean, it was raining, and that was like you couldn't have put that ball more perfect.
Yes.
If he dropped it, I'd say I got you. Like I got you. Like that's all right. That's okay to drop. But he did. This was nasty.
And even a throw earlier in that drive, I don't want to discredit. He threw one to DK going towards the sideline between two people. I said, "Oh,
that was like
Drew Lock."
Like that was.
I liked
that
him
was
in Denver,
beautiful.
man. He had that swag in Denver. I thought he had,
He reminded me of you, JB, like a young JB. Got your dance, got a little hip hop to him. That's for black girl.
But in general, Ty Chandler looked really good. Go figure, he was going to do what he did because I sure as heck didn't expect it. A lot of elite studs struggled this week. Good to see Cooper Kupp bounce back strong. I had some significant concerns about his ability to heal, and he's been doing good. But overall, a lot of guys struggled this week.
Yeah.
Right, a lot of studs
every week
laid huge eggs. What do we do with Sam Howell? Is he done? Like
quarterback, man. I've been saying this shit. It's crazy. Quarterback play. We got backup playing now.
And one more thing before I leave, you guys are probably more in tune with this, but I trained in Nebraska, so this is what was more relevant to me. How did that situation play out with the QB? You know what I'm talking about?
He's about
Raiola? The number one prospect.
Yeah, he's there.
I think he's from Arizona. I think.
Yeah.
You talking about the kid that flipped from Georgia to Nebraska?
Yeah. But if you look at his high school timeline, I think he went to high school in Arizona. Then he transferred his senior year, the second transfer.
He transferred 4 high schools.
Yeah.
Yeah, to Georgia. Then he went to Georgia, which is a massive shift.
Yeah.
Then he initially was committed somewhere. Then he committed to Georgia, and then he committed to Nebraska. And I heard they gave him like $4 million.
Yeah,
Mil.
I don't know. His grandfather or his uncle, I think, is the D-line coach at Nebraska.
Yeah, I think there's a connection there. I went to Creighton, which is the other city.
I think he's born and raised in Georgia.
Yeah, all I know is I was like, but I think he wants to play right away. So that ain't gonna happen in Georgia, I don't think. But I just thought, I was like, all I know is that, I trained at Creighton in Omaha, which is about 45 minutes away. Football is a religion there. It's crazy. Like there's nothing else to do besides watch college football on a Saturday in Nebraska. So I get it. But I just saw it. I'm like, if NIL money didn't exist, I don't know if this happens.
They don't happen.
Right?
Yeah.
It don't happen.
I remember growing up though, Nebraska was
they were nasty.
They were nasty. They were the team that you wanted to go play for Nebraska. So
yeah. And then it's changed, unfortunately, over the past 20 years, 15 years.
Hey, Matt don't like that. Matt don't like that shit, Smitty.
I know he don't. I'm sorry, man. I'm just keeping it real.
I was.
Hey, Doc, I'll see you next week, Doc. After Christmas, Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas.
And we'll see you next week.
Take care, guys.
Appreciate you. Oop, my bad.
So,
what up, Matt?
Shit, what's happening?
Nebraska, number one quarterback in the recruit. How you feeling? You excited?
I could give a Tiffany fuck.
What's a Tiffany fuck?
I know it is, but I could give one. Look, dog. No, that's what you guys want to talk about this morning? The Nebraska. Okay, look.
The whole show.
I don't want to talk about that. What is Tiffany?
Yeah, I know.
I want to be part of a team and a starting unit that destroyed the program. Yes, that's how I feel about Nebraska. When we hung 62 on your ass and fucking destroyed your program and you've never been the same since, makes me proud as fuck. Yes, absolutely. And then in 2004, when we ended the bowl streak for 57 years of bowl games.
57?
And then in 2004, we got to stick that flag right in the end, and they got to go home for Christmas. That was very nice, too. Very nice.
Hey, Matt.
And we're 3-0 in the last 3. Shit. Also very nice.
Let's dive into we got to get into this a racial draft as Steve Kim comes on in about 30 minutes, and we got Tank on after that. We got to get it done within the hour. We got you for how long? How long we got you? 30? 20?
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, let's get into that. Number one, though, before we start, I got to ask you something. The number one quarterback pick last year's draft, kid I grew up with, his dad, Los Alamitos High School right here in SoCal, is entered the portal at USC. I'm trying to figure out, so there's rumors out there because he got a pretty good bag of money. Caleb Williams is leaving. You're the number one player at USC in an offensive system that is conducive for quarterback success, at least at the college level. Your guys win Heismans underneath Lincoln Riley. People win Heisman trophies. I'm trying to figure out why you leave SC unless there's other things going on.
I know why. Because they went and got Will Howard from Kansas State, and homeboy doesn't want to compete. That's why. He doesn't want to compete with a veteran who's only going to be there for 1 year. And
is that official?
Yeah, that's official.
He's going there last night. So
yeah,
with Will Howard going from Kansas State to SC.
Yeah, but I think we got the chronological mixed up because this kid last week entered the portal.
Well, then he knew it was going to happen.
I think he knew it was happening, so maybe coaches talked to him or something. Yeah.
So there's only one spot for a quarterback, and these days and it's amazing to me that guys don't stick around and compete more, judging by how fast quarterbacks go down and how things change so fast. I mean, the Jalen Hurts Tua Tagovailoa thing should be what every single quarterback coach in the country plays the first day of spring ball, the first day of fall camp. Like there should be a fucking 20-minute tutorial on why you should humble yourself and learn. And when the opportunity knocks, be ready for it, not just for the next opportunity. So unfortunately, the transfer portal allows this. And the longer it goes on and the longer this shit plays out, the more I fucking hate it. I was a huge proprietor of the transfer portal when it started. And the longer being immersed in the business and the 18-year-old kids acting like superstars and fucking it's the tampering shit and the inability for parents and kids to understand that the process is more important than the prize. It's really wearing me out, man. I mean, it is absolutely wearing me out. It's wearing me out to the point where I'm seriously considering business opportunities. This shit is played out and it's going to destroy college football, bro, if they're not careful.
It already has, homie.
It's really bad.
I called that shit 3 years ago. I said, it's the fucking worst thing I've ever seen in my life. I don't watch it as much, man. And most people are on this. I don't know what side you're on, but most people, because you do a hell of a job breaking down NFL film more than you do college, even though you'll break down college film. But the NFL film is what you break down a lot on TikTok. So all you guys follow Big Matt on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. I got to ask you, people are telling me all the time, oh, I only watch college football. NFL's so bad. As bad as it may be, I can't watch college football, dog. I only watch NFL football now. It's flip for me because I watch it and I'm like, as bad as I know the quarterbacks are, as bad as I know the NFL with the softness and the hits and the calls and all that shit. I had a long conversation with Tank yesterday because Tank was on the committee and Tank talks to Roger Goodell all the time and he's just like, Tank's like you right now. He's like, I'm over this shit. He goes, I'm so fucking over this shit. He goes, he's going to come on later, but and we're going to dive into this Pittsburgh Steelers suspension of the safety who hit Pittman.
Poor kid,
of course, Smitty's homer ass is defending Pittman.
How can you defend Pittman?
I'm not defending Pittman.
Not throw him into the fucking wolves. How about a quarterback learn how to read fucking coverage and not serve his fucking receiver up?
That's
while he hit him with his shoulder. Fucking god damn it, dude.
I agree. I didn't even say nothing. JB assumed. I didn't even say shit yet, Matt.
Sorry.
I'm fucking with Smitty,
Golly, god damn. I said some people earlier. I said some people are calling it dirty. I don't think it was dirty. It was a bang bang play. Is what it is. You know.
Here's the thing: Weddle, Tank, who sits on the committees and all these different things in the NFL level. He is over. Who's the guy now? The old lineman, Runyon. Tank's ready to give it to him today on the show.
You could give it to him. John Runyon was one of the surliest, nastiest, dirtiest fucks that's ever played. And now he's up there in the competition committee handing out fines. John, come on, man. Just put on some of your tape, you big, nasty, surly fuck, and watch how nasty and dirty you were after the fucking whistle, let alone in between the whistles. And now you have the audacity to fine these guys pretty much out of the NFL. Some of these league minimum players are being fined out of playing football. Like, why would I want to keep playing? Uncle Sam's taking a half. The NFL is going to take the other fucking half of the other half, and then they're going to get divorced, and the ex is going to take half. I mean, fuck, man, they're going to end up with $10 in a gas card.
And to Runyon's offense, he played like you and I like to play. But now, to your defense, why are you calling this shit?
It's almost like he's been hypnotized or some shit. Like
now
Men in Black.
Well, who pays his bills now? The NFL.
Hey, Matt, you're onto something because Tank is onto something very, very similar, and he has even deeper things he's going to talk about today that he knows. And I'm like, oh shit.
Runyon went from being a mercenary tackle playing for the Eagles, and I think he played for the Titans, and then now he works for the National Football League, and it's of course he's going to side with the NFL. They pay his fucking bills. He doesn't care about the players anymore.
Yeah. But like Weddle's saying, is like, well, then the fucking quarterback.
Look, well, this is John Runyon.
Oh shit!
I wonder how much he would fine himself for that one.
He literally launched after the whistle like Superman. Like, what
I don't have necessarily a problem with it, but at the same time, like, what are we talking about here? I understand the rules were different back then, but I guarantee you that was a personal foul.
I guarantee it better be.
This is like I don't know if you remember. I know the coach will know this name, but you remember the name Kevin Gogan?
Hell yeah.
Right, Kevin Gogan. If you don't know him, Smitty, you got to look him up. Kevin Gogan, great Washington Husky. He's a friend of mine. We talk all the time. Kevin Gogan is one of the nastiest motherfuckers that's ever played the position, ever. Like, just you ask any defensive lineman, and within 5 names of nastiest prick bastard they've ever played, Kevin Gogan is going to be anywhere slide between 1 and 5. So this is like Kevin Gogan running the fucking fine system. I mean, come on, dog. Runyon has got a long lineage. The reason I liked Runyon, I used to love watching the Giants and the Eagles play. They always used to play on Monday Night Football, and Strahan would give it to Runyon's ass so bad. And Runyon would get so mad, and he would do dirty shit. And I would sit there and be watching it as a kid like, God, I love the NFL. This is fucking awesome. So I guess that I'm of the mindset that once you're a player, you're always a player. But I don't know, man. In the words of Big Pun, I ain't a player. He just crushes a lot.
Yeah. Crushes a lot. We got a racial draft. And
yes.
Before we start, I got to get our takes on this so we can get all the bullshit.
Are the half black guys white?
We're going to dive into that. We can't answer yet.
Mahomes is a white dude. That's my quarterback.
So Big Smitty came on. He's like, I'm defending the brothers. I'm on the brother's side. But to be in all serious brass tacks, the Mendenhall comment that he came out with is going viral. We don't know if he's talking about current, if he's talking about past.
I don't care what he's talking about.
Obviously, let's just keep it a buck. If a white dude came out and said this shit, he'd be fucking canceled right now.
Oh my God!
I'm trying to figure out, in all seriousness here, like, where are we both, Smitty, Matt? Where are we at with the comment? And then obviously our boy Whitlock went after him, and him and Whitlock exchanged video changes, and they're going after it. like busting with the boys in Will Compton, McAfee. Everybody's getting involved in this thing. Where are you at with this thing? And like, I guess Ryan Clark said he's dealing with some mental issues.
No shit.
Right. Yeah.
I know. So
I mean, I think you called that yesterday, JB, when we briefly talked about it yesterday, and you kind of alluded to it might be something like that. And yeah, on a serious note, like obviously the tweet was completely ignorant. It's ignorant. It's stupid.
I'm glad social media has made light of it though, Smitty, and not just absolutely destroyed them. I'm glad we're kind of making it fun, but
right. There's no other way to make this. Like,
it's so stupid that it's like, all right.
It is so ridiculous that if we as a football community, black, white, brown, whatever, I don't give a shit. Like Coach JB says, what do you say? Fat, skinny,
fat, skinny, tall.
You like them all. So
yeah.
Like, I think that football is the ultimate melting pot. What our country should be is what every football locker room is, where the black guys, the white guys, all different colors, races, creeds, genders, whatever, everybody's wearing the same uniform. This is our color, our uniform color. That's what color we are today. So that's the beauty of football, is the melting pot that is. I think that Mendenhall's comments are ignorant. I think they're ridiculous. I think that if a white guy said this shit, there would be riots in the streets. I don't understand how he can get away with this, and I'm glad he's getting fucking persecuted, but I'm also glad he's getting laughed at, because I think it's laughable. Like, I like the fact that the 90% of the white dudes I see on social media are making fun of this. Period. My question back to Smitty right now would be, if a white dude said this, do you think 90% of the black guys on social media would be laughing at this, or would it be a fucking war? It would be a war.
Yeah, a lot of them be pissed off.
So look, as a white boy who has his vest, there's part of me that I read this and I go, really? Like, all the white guys are trash? Like, what? That's all.
It was so ignorant, Matt, that you had to laugh. Yeah,
like, it was. Alan Faneca blocks for you, one of the baddest guards ever. He's a white boy, went to LSU. Was he trash? Like,
well, I mean, like,
Roethlisberger's trash, and Aaron.
I mean, fucking Brady, fuck it. I mean,
like, it's just it's.
I mean, Weddle and Urlacher texted me. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. It's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. Let's be real. White guys are the minority in the NFL, period.
College football too.
College football as well, in every facet of football, except for
NBA.
Except for like high school football here in Parker, Colorado, and fucking Hobbytown, Colorado, where
real specific, yeah,
man. Like, there's 3 or 4 black dudes on a team because we're in Denver. Like, it's what it is. It depends on where you live. You know, like some of the Aurora schools, there's more brothers at the Aurora schools, obviously. I'm just saying, like, when you get to college in the NFL, the white guys are the minority. So to act like when I walked into the Jets as a rookie, and I'm literally the only white guy in the room, and in the defensive line room, it's Sean Ellis and Dwayne Robinson and Big Cat John Abraham and fucking, Bo Sione Taha, who was a big Paulie that went to Utah, and I'm the only white guy in the fucking room. The only one is Vilma and like fucking, Brooks and all these Duke, Eric Coleman and Reeves and like all these guys, right? And I'm not going to sit here and act like being the only ass cracker in the room. I wasn't trying to fucking show out. I wasn't fucking in there like, you ain't moving me to offensive line. And it happened eventually, but I'm not going to act like I wasn't in the room trying to prove something.
Right.
Goddamn right I was.
As you should.
So, like, I think that this is an underlying thing in the NFL where, like, there's certain black dudes in the NFL that think all the white boys suck. And I don't know if there's a whole lot of white guys in the NFL that think all the black guys suck. I think that maybe there's none. Like, none. I don't know any white dudes that sit around in the league and they're like, you know what we need more of on our team? That's what we need more of. I need more fucking bankers on my team instead guys who can play the position. Like,
hey, I'm summing up like this, Matt. We're trying to pick a draft. I'm summing up like this. There ain't no corners to draft. I ain't got a corner.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I see a little bit of JB's list, And when y'all see his secondary, y'all gonna start cracking up laughing.
Secondary is like white dude. We're gonna have to move a bunch of white dude safeties to the corner, and then look, we're gonna need to play like 4 deep.
We're gonna play 4 deep, and I'm gonna fucking rush. I'm gonna rotate 8 D linemen. But anyway,
but don't break.
Our front 7, nasty. Like I don't know. You want to talk some shit?
Both sides of the ball.
Like the Watt brothers and Howie Long. And
both sides.
But you know what I noticed, Matt? Y'all don't have a lot of D tackles though. Y'all got some nasty ends. Nasty ends.
Howie Long. Like, come on, dog.
Hold on. See, I'm glad you said that. The way me and JB did our list today was current player. We didn't do all time. If you want to do all time, it can get scary. We would do all time.
You think Mendenhall is just talking about current cracker ass crap?
Well, here's the thing about it. ESPN's arguing today about it because he didn't say.
So is it historically all white guys suck or just now?
He didn't say. That's what we don't know.
He didn't clarify, so yeah.
He didn't clarify, so we don't know if it's now.
Once again, and tell me the crazy fuck.
Here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say it's now because only now players can play in a fucking Pro Bowl, right?
Well, okay, but
right.
Let's just So for the Broncos, Zach Allen's a 3 technique making $80 million. He's white. Like, I mean, come on, dog. Like, I'm not going to sit here and fucking. And this is the other thing. I know that every fucking white guy says this, but I really feel like this. I don't really care. Like, I could give a flying fuck what color you are. I care more about people's character than color. And when I look at an NFL field, I don't start counting white dudes.
Right.
What is Rashard Mendenhall talking about, dog? Like,
that's why in a weird way, I thought his tweet almost in a weird way brought us together. I know it sounds kind of
bringing everyone together. Yeah. Like everyone is pointing now at Rashard and going, "Bro, you are so dumb."
You know what, Rashard? Thank you. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, like we're all together. He's the new generation Martin Luther King, fucking Malcolm X. Like,
hey, we got you about 15 minutes, man. Let's dive into it. I got to start off with our commercial though. That is going to lead us into this. And this is going to start the epicness. Everybody, make sure you pound the like button, subscribe, become a member, because the racial draft is starting now. All right, so Tiger Woods, we're speaking of the first.
At the end, don't they trade Lenny Kravitz for somebody at the end? He's like, hot damn, give it that.
Yeah.
Hey, Matt, we got fucking graphics made. Look at this.
Ooh, shit.
Damn, dog.
Fire.
Sorry, what? Mahomes is white.
No, he's not. All right, listen.
Is that Tomlin or Smitty?
Fuck you guys. Mahomes is half white. We're taking.
Nah, let me tell y'all. Hey, JB, keep it real. JB, keep it real.
Your game.
JB, keep it real. In the hood, when you mix, what are you?
They say you're black.
But... All right, stop. Because they say.
Racist ass Bailey don't have the white fucking graphic in here.
There you go, Bailey. Fuck the white guys.
Nice job. Oh!
Look right. This just looks bad.
Look at that.
The old black team doesn't look so bad. The old white team looks awful to me. Like, I don't even want to be associated with the white team.
Hey, but hold on, Matt. First of all, start up top here. Those are the coaches. Yeah.
Belichick, Andy Reid.
I got E-Dub.
Weddle.
Secondary. I got E-Dub in the secondary. I got Belichick as my head coach. Andy Reid.
I did 23andMe, okay, and I had 8% Nigerian. So fuck the white team. I'm going over to Smitty's team.
Yeah,
you ain't gonna put me on the graphic. I'm going to Smitty's team. Yeah, put me on this motherfucker. Mike McDaniel's white ass is on there. You can take me. I got 23andMe, 8% Nigerian.
Mike McDaniel.
Yeah, we got Matt, baby. We got Matt, baby.
That's right, baby.
Come to the black delegation, Matt. Come to the delegation.
How you got Mike McDaniel?
He's a brother. Look it up.
He ain't no brother.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yes, he
8%.
is.
He's an 8%er like me.
I got a cousin that's real light skinned. His daddy black. My uncle. They super light skinned. Trust me.
Hey, Big Smitty, is that you or Tomlin? I'm confused.
We all looking like, don't we, JB? We all looking like. So hold on, my lineup is crazy, man. I got Mahomes starting at quarterback, of course.
Mahomes is white.
I got Jonathan Taylor, healthy Jonathan Taylor at running back.
We got the list or no?
I got on my phone. The wide receivers are crazy.
How about Amon-Ra St. Brown and his brother? Their mom's white. She's German. Shit.
Nah, they brothers. They brothers.
German white.
They brothers, man. They brothers.
With the white German mom, he's still black?
You got to ask yourself this, and this shit's it's just being real. If they got pulled over by the cops, what are they gonna think?
That's not fair.
I'm just saying. That's how you got to play it. They brothers.
So that's the determiner. If you get pulled over by the cops, that's where you decide if you're a white or a black guy.
What are the fans gonna say when they pull you over?
Oh, okay. So I have a '96 Impala SS, bitch. Woo! Real clean. Every time I get pulled over in it, I roll the window down, and the cop goes, "Oh, I didn't expect to see you." And I'm like, "Oh, you racist fuck!" It's happened like 5 times. I swear to God.
That's fine.
Hey, so let's go through it, Steve, so we can announce it real quick because we're crossing each other over. So you got Mike Tomlin as your head coach. Your OC's Mike McDaniel. Your DC's D'Amico Ryans. Your D-line coach is Nate Ollie. Your DB coach is Denard Wilson. Your backer coach is Steve Wilkes.
And your O-line coach is Matt McChesney.
Yes. Now, exactly. That's why I left it blank. There we go. Boom.
All right. My staff.
You didn't even claim me. That's fucked up, dog. Coach J. I thought we were tight, dog. You didn't even claim me.
Well, we didn't pick no coaches. We just picked NFL coaches.
You had 4 coaches. Shit.
I know.
Fucking racist.
I got Belichick, Andy, Weddle at secondary. I got my boy, the DC is from the Cowboys.
Okay.
Let's start with the white. Let's start with the white offense.
Okay, let's do it.
What's our team name?
We're the whites.
Like the saltines or something?
Yeah, we're the crackers.
Okay, good. The crackers.
The Cucamonga Cracker Killers.
All right, so we all took 3 quarterbacks, Matt. We took 3 QBs. All right, we took 3 QBs on offense to have. They took 3. So we got Burrow, Josh Allen, and Aaron Rodgers.
Manziel. What?
We got Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, and Aaron Rodgers. Those who compete for the starting spot, those are our 3 QBs.
I want Josh Allen.
Our running back is
I want Josh Allen on that list.
Our running back is CMC. Josh Allen is on the list. I just said Burrow, Allen, and Rodgers is our 3
cool. Well, fuck, I didn't hear you correctly, so thank you for retorting.
All right, so CMC is the only white running back anyway, so he's going to have to play corner also.
Well, he can play both ways. I watched him do it in high school out here. He's bad.
Fucking Travis Hunter.
He's going to play both ways.
I love how Mendenhall is like, yeah, all the white guys suck except for that one running back white guy. He's pretty fucking good. He's not. He's
the backup running back is Juszczyk. The backup running back is going to be Usage. What's his name?
Juszczyk.
He'll be the backup. He'll be the backup.
He's a fullback.
All right. It don't matter. He's the backup, Smitty. Just stay to your lane.
We got a white fullback.
Receivers.
He just scored up the other day.
I know. Wide receivers. We got Cooper Kupp, Adam Thielen. Nakua is ours. And
no.
Tight end.
Yeah,
Andrews and Kelsey.
I don't like this rule, dog.
I'm not giving y'all Nakua. I can't do it.
What do you mean you can't do it? What do you mean you can't do it?
I can't give you Nakua.
You don't get to choose. You're not. You don't get the fucking. You don't get
Chat. Is Puka Nakua white or black?
You're not allowing it, motherfucker. You got Mike McDaniel. Shut the fuck up.
He's literally black though. Like he's literally black. Like his daddy black. Like he a brother.
McDaniel wore some hoop earrings once. So I know that motherfucker's black.
Motherfucker McDaniel's more cracker than my motherfucking pale ass.
He's way darker than you.
He ain't darker than me. He's not darker than Nakua.
Nakua, that's what I'm saying. Nakua one of us.
He's Polly. He's
Man,
ours.
keep going.
Nakua is white. Ask him, he'll tell you.
Polly's not white. Ask the chat, but keep going.
He's white.
All right, so Matt,
yes.
we just took 5 linemen plus an Uso. So we moved. I took Lane Johnson.
So we get the Usos?
Yeah.
So the white guys get the Paulies?
Yeah,
no.
Get the biracials.
No,
get the biracials. If you get the biracials, we get the poly.
We get the polys if you get the biracials.
That's some bullshit,
man. So you get the biracial, the poly.
Yeah, secondary.
Get the fuck out of here.
If you ask any poly right now, are you white? They're gonna be pissed the fuck off. You call any poly a white boy, they're pissed right now.
Really? Yep. Hey, Usos in the chat. Oh, my bad. Let me ask them. Oh!
Wow. Look at Josh. You got similar features as me, Josh. Hold on.
Got the
Pull his picture back up. I'm so offended, Josh. You look like me. How the fuck you gonna do
He
that?
don't look like you.
He don't look nothing like your ass.
Yes, he does. He looks like Matt and I.
No. Look at Josh's fucking hair. Where's he get his hair cut at? He
It
fucking
don't matter. He don't get his hair cut.
Matt, look at his hair.
It's
Fucking-
wrong.
It's
It's
too
wrong.
much
Twist
away
him
from
up.
cornrows my damn self.
Matt, look at his fucking haircut. He goes to Brothers Barber Shop and Barbecue.
You look good. You look just like some white guys I know. Come over to our team, dog.
Fucked up. All right, keep going. It's all right. Keep going.
All right, Matt.
I just
We
want
want
to
to make some moves up front, Matt.
I just
Way to
want to say I
make
can't believe we're actually having this conversation.
I know.
Well, we are.
Well, I love all of you. Everybody that thinks we're assholes, we are, and we still love you.
Hey, Josh is right, though. We got to have somebody represent us in court.
So this is a business move. Okay.
All right.
Respect.
So, Matt, stay with me, Matt. We got to move, I think, our best offensive.
Lyman, I got it. You ready?
Well, take this, though. We moved Lane Johnson from right to left. Now, if you want to do something different, let me know.
Oh, it's got to be current motherfuckers. Okay, so Kelsey and Lane for sure.
I got Lane Johnson. Here's what I got. Lane, Zach Martin, Kelsey, Joel Batonio, and then I got Penny Sewell at the right tackle.
Woosah! Yeah, baby! So I'm going to take – we've got to put Quentin Nelson on there somewhere.
Yeah.
As long as he's involved in those five, I'm cool.
So you can move him to left and move Lane back to right, and Penny will be our rotational guy.
I dig this.
All right, keep going. Keep going.
At tight ends, we got some dudes at tight end. Fuck.
Well, that's our offense, Big Smitty. What do you mean?
Okay, all right. So
five tight ends, dog.
Yeah, you say tight ends, I don't think.
Yeah, I did. I said we got you don't want me to say them again.
You got all the tight ends.
Kittles, Andrews, and Kelsey.
Hey, Kelsey's fucking out of shape now, like you said, and he's not the same.
He's just tired from finger banging Mary Jane Rottencrotch through her pretty pink panties.
Okay, I'm gonna do it's time for the offense.
You will give your rifle a female name because this is the only pussy you're gonna be getting.
Hey, Smitty, by the way, I can go and I can name another 8 tight ends.
I know you can. You have
every tight end in the league is white.
You have every tight end. I give you that. But all we need is a few. So let me give you the offense for team brother and brother.
No. What? You're giving us your black defense, homie, and then we'll swap.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna give you the defense then. All right, I'm gonna start with the D line then, because you know I'm a fucking dog.
Hold on. Do I need to write this down?
Oh shit!
What?
Whoa!
Where'd you go, man?
What the fuck was that? Prospects?
I'm gonna get on the board, Matt. I got the wireless mic, Matt.
Yeah, things are looking up.
All right, Smitty, let's go.
I'm starting with the D line, man. Hey, so
hold on. Give me the D line. Hold on.
I'm gonna give you the D line. I got some dogs up front.
Give me the D line.
We're probably gonna get our ass kicked, JB.
All right, man. So listen, I got Micah Parsons to start. Oh fuck! Shit! I just started with that. I got Aaron Donald next. Oh my god! What the fuck?
I think Aaron Donald might be half white.
I got Chris Jones. And then I got Myles Garrett.
Okay, all right.
I don't like this matchup.
That's up front. Okay. Second, hey, I'm gonna go to all right, linebackers. I got Fred Warner.
Fred Warner's Hispanic.
Nope. Fred. His name is Fred. That's a brother.
Fred Warner's Hispanic, dog.
I want Patrick Queen.
How about the Hispanic cats? Are they with the white dudes or the brothers?
They definitely brothers. Come on now.
I don't know. I'm asking.
I'm telling you, the message is us.
Okay, cool.
We got
Fred Warner's Hispanic.
Patrick Queen, and I got Roquan Smith.
Fuck, man, this sucks. This is not going to be fun.
Hey, on to the secondary. If you're ready, JB. Now this is where shit gets spicy.
Who do you got? Who's the other linebacker?
Who I said
Queen and
Roquan Smith.
All right.
Then secondary, man, I got Jalen Ramsey, healthy Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah.
I got Sauce Gardner.
Fuck.
Okay.
At my nickelback, it might surprise y'all, but he's rated the #1 nickelback in football this year on Pro Football. Kenny Moore is at my nickel, locking shit down. And then that safety, and this was tough because I had a few options here, but everyone's healthy. Mika Fitzpatrick. Now, I had some options. I could win with Derwin James. I could win with some, but I'm gonna go with Mika right there. So that's my defense.
You gotta have one more safety.
Yeah, one more. Say, you know what? Derwin James in. Fuck it.
JB, we might be in a little bit of trouble here, bro.
Nah, we're fine, bro.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
Hey,
we're not.
team brother and brother. That's just the defense. We ain't even got to the offense yet.
Hey, Matt, we got a matchup problem here. They can't defend CMC out the backfield. We got a running QB. We're going to run some triple. We got Adam and Cut. I'll take this matchup. We got Kelsey that expands out 11 personnel, getting a slot. We could bring in Kittles to help out the edge. We got Nakua on the backside.
He's a
We're
rookie.
fine.
No, you're JB. Even the way you explained that didn't sound like you had confidence. You didn't even say that with the same vigor that JB typically talks. Go ahead, Matt. Go ahead.
The point spread on this is.
We're fine, Matt. We're fine, Matt. We got to out-coach them.
Team cracker against Team Pro Bowl.
Matt, you know white folks, we got to do the extra. We got to outwork them. We got to coach them. We got to outdo all the little shit. We got to work hard. We got to stay after practice. Hey, Matt, hey, here's the stereotype. Smitty going to come. Everyone going to come lit, smoke weed, 40 ounce, beat our ass. We got to work hard, train hard. We got to do what we got to do.
But do we have to all like act like the banker motherfuckers that all white boys do? Because this is the thing, like, not all white boys are the same.
Right.
We're all equal, but we damn sure ain't the same. And that's something we've got to take into consideration here.
Let me ask y'all this. What is the white team white? What do y'all listen to in the locker room? Like, what's your pregame song for coming out?
We only got White Boy Wednesdays. Other than that, White Boy Wednesdays. Other than that, we got, we do a Hip Hop Monday. We do some Freestyle Friday. We do Freestyle Friday, Big Smitty.
Eminem's a white boy.
Y'all not freestyling if we not in there with y'all. Y'all freestyle because we mixed and we kind of
bring down Eminem into the fucking locker room, homie.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, don't sit. Wait, time out.
No. Trust me. I like obviously I'm just saying the freestyle element is typically in my experience. I say my experience.
Yeah,
typically it's like I'm freestyling first, and then boom, I pass to my fucking my center. Then my center will jump in. Then we kind of like that's how it works. It's a mixed crowd.
Like, are you freestyling your own shit or are you freestyling the song?
Oh no. I'm talking about freestyling like my own shit.
Oh yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, real quick. We only got 3 minutes, dog. We got to take a commercial break before we get off. All right,
well, go. It's on you now.
All right, so I'm gonna go white defense.
Can you say cracker defense? The white thing is killing me.
Cracker defense.
There's some fuck in his basement right now. Like, yes, he's all white.
Hey Matt, you gotta help me here, Matt. You gotta help the white out here. We're gonna outcoach them. We're gonna go lean and thin up front. We're gonna go lean and thin up front, Matt. We gotta rotate. We got some rotational guys. We're gonna give them fits. We're gonna run some fire zone, Matt. We're gonna drop 4, fucking bring 6. We're gonna do different shit now. All right, here's our front 4, Big Smitty. We got Max Crosby, Bosa, Hutch, and TJ Watt. We're gonna rotate those 4.
Good to me.
Motherfucking right. And we
pretty motherfucking
the other Bosa, Big Matt. We're gonna bring the other Bosa in to rotate as a 3-tech. Get us a light rush.
We have all the Usos too, bro. So we got some bad mother. I want Vita Vey. I want motherfucking Vita Vey for sure. That's our nose, 100%, dog. Go get Big Knife Purcell.
I know. We said it's a starting forward. I'll start adding all the.
We need depth rotation.
All right. We got some dogs though, right there. All right,
some dogs.
We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait on the secondary. The linebackers. Our linebackers. All right. Here's our linebackers. We're gonna go with Blake Cashman, Alex Anzalone, and Logan Wilson.
Decent.
Those are 3 good whites. 3 good white linebackers right there.
Decent.
Hey, decent.
I'll take Alex Singleton over Anzalone.
Detroit.
Nah, over Anzalone, we'll take Alex Singleton over Anzalone.
You guys are missing one too, Jay. You missing one too. Matt Milano.
That motherfucker can.
I didn't put him in because he's hurt.
He's a baller. That kid is a straight baller.
Y'all can have him. I almost want to help you out. Like, y'all deserve Matt Milano.
Fuck you, Smitty.
We got Milano already.
All right, cool.
We also got Singleton off the bench. All right. Secondary, here we go.
All right, here we go. Brass tacks.
This is not cool, man.
we got Harrison Smith.
Good start.
Okay, there's one. Good job, white guy. One. Who else?
And then Matt has it from here.
And then I have it from here. What the fuck?
Right,
just leave me. This is exactly why my 8% ass is going over to his team. Fuck the Cracker team. I'm on the other team. You can't just throw me on the bus like this. All right, so
I don't know any other ones.
Harrison Smith and
I couldn't even Google any.
I
couldn't find any.
It said no results found.
I got CMC playing corner.
Christian McCaffrey's going to play both ways.
You're going to be exhausted.
He's super tired. Let's see who else.
Hey, they said Reed Blankenship. Reed Blankenship.
He can fucking play, but he's another safety. Okay, so we got Blankenship and Smith.
And you know who else I'm gonna move Harrison to set corner. I'm gonna put Josh Allen at safety.
By his ass.
I'm gonna put Josh Allen at safety and Harrison at corner.
So Josh playing all game.
Hey, dog, you gotta do what you gotta do. Cam Newton's play safety late in the game. Eric Weddle's gonna be a coach and player.
Yeah,
Eric
man,
Weddle's playing.
Go into retirement here.
Fucking Bill Russell, player coach. What the hell?
Look, I'm just saying, like, this is
Eric Weddle's playing both ways.
Okay, who's your other corner?
Fuck.
Eric Weddle, he's gonna be coach player.
This is bad.
All right, so you're done.
Yeah.
So we got Weddle and CMC at corner. We got Harrison Blankenship at safety, and then we'll rotate.
You better hope your front fucking four gets home every single play. That's what I'm gonna say.
We are
every fucking play. Every play.
All right, so I'm gonna go. It's time to give you the team brother and brother offense, man. So my quarterback position, I got Patrick Mahomes.
Hold on. Let me get on the board.
He's white.
No, he's
Get
not.
on the board.
Have you seen his fucking daddy?
He's white. Have you seen him
smoking on that Eagle pack, motherfucker?
His mom's white. He's married to a white chick. His kids are gonna be white. That's fucking bullshit.
White. White overload.
His brother got away with some rape shit. That's some white stuff.
Matt, hold on, Matt. We got Max.
His brother got away with some dirty shit.
We got Hutch.
Now he'd be in jail. What are you talking about?
That's the rich people shit. That's rich people shit.
Okay. Fuck.
Hey, who we got? We got Max, Hutch.
You got Bosa, right?
Bosa. Zach Allen.
We got, all right, those are the front four. Then we got
Jared Allen.
Zach Allen plays 3-tech for the Broncos.
Yeah, I know.
All right, we got Singleton at backer. We got what's the name that's hurt for the Bills?
Matt Milano.
Logan Wilson from the Bengals.
We got CMC at corner. We got Weddle at corner.
So bad. We have no secondary players.
We got Blankenship.
Hey, white guys.
And Harrison Smith.
Get the fuck up.
And Smith, Harrison Smith. All right, give me your O-line, Smitty.
My O-line first. Now, this is the area. So I got Big Trent Williams at the fucking left tackle. The best O-lineman in the fucking NFL.
Ever. The best tackle ever.
And Matt said that. And he's verified and validated. So there you go.
All right, go.
Left guard, I got Shaq Mason.
Good.
At center, this was tough. I got Rodney Hudson.
Good.
At right guard, and I switched this one last minute because I had some help by one of my homies in the league. Had to switch out a guy, and I got my guy. I got Aaron Banks. And then at the right tackle, I got Tristan Wirfs.
Man, we're eating your offensive line, dog. Other than Trent Williams, that's just 4 dudes.
Tristan Wirfs?
Yeah, they're horrible. All right, quarterback.
We're fucking you up, son.
Quarterback, I got Mahomes.
White.
Lamar, unanimous MVP Jackson. And Jalen went to Super Bowl Hurts.
Shouldn't Lamar be starting over Mahomes just because Mahomes is white?
Nope, they can rotate first half.
Right,
Who's my tailback? I got Jonathan Taylor.
That's some white privilege bullshit. You just put Mahomes in front of Lamar. That's white privilege.
And I'll put Saquon behind him because you had 2 backs, if I'm not mistaken. So Saquon's behind Jonathan Taylor. Now,
who's your wideouts?
This is where we destroy you. This is where we fuck y'all up. I got Justin Jefferson. I got Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, we're in trouble, dog.
I got Devontae Adams.
Oh, God. Yeah. And this is where the big chicken gets fucked.
And then the big chicken gets fucked. And then now tight ends is kind of average, but tight ends, I got Evan Ingram.
Good player.
David Njoku.
That's it. That's your starting four. You're 11 personnel. We're an 11 personnel team. All right, so that's your guy right there.
Yep.
Wow.
Hey, Matt, we're okay, Matt. We're going to play quarters.
But we're good until they throw the ball.
We're okay. We're going to play quarters, Matt. We're going to play some quarters.
You got CMC guarding fucking Justin Jefferson.
No, we're good until they throw the ball. The minute they throw the ball, we're fucked.
All we're doing is quick game. Because your D-line is amazing. Your D-line is amazing. So I'm just quick game until your D-line gets tired, and then we're going to start taking some shots. Come on, bro.
Right.
I know what I'm doing.
All right. We'll play some quarters match. We'll fucking cut. We'll mix it up. We'll fire zone their ass. By the way, they don't have a cornerback who can read coverage.
We ain't got to read. You got a fucking you got Josh Allen at a fucking corner with CMC.
Hey, man, we're going to fire zone him. Lamar's going to fucking throw it right to our D lineman. Fucking Hurts is going to throw it right to our safety. Fucking Weddle's going to mind fuck all of them. We are all fucking good, Matt.
I can't really agree with anything he just said. I think we're going to get absolutely shit stomped. This is bad.
I want to hear from the people. Can we cut that whole thing, man? Chop it up, man.
Try and not make me sound like a racist asshole as much as possible. And
Matt going back and forth. He don't know if he team brother and brother or team.
The 23andMe told me that there's 8%. I want to jump.
That's playing like. Hey, by the way, though, besides Milano for us, everybody else is healthy and plays. You guys are banging the fuck up.
Hey, I love JB putting his real coach's hat on this whole time. Even when he was talking like a real coach. Hey man, we're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. We're gonna drop 6, rush 4. We're gonna be good, man. We're gonna be good. Ain't no break.
We should do like white dynasties in the NBA. Put together a starting 5 and see if they can compete with the 5 guys in the NBA. We got Jokic, Luka.
Now you actually got a good team though. Larry Bird,
it's Luka. Give me 3 other white motherfuckers. Steph Curry,
all timer now.
No. Steph Curry's he's white. Klay Thompson's white.
Nope.
Steph Curry's not white.
No. What's my boy for Miami? The Heat.
Got
hurt last year.
The fucking
yeah.
Shit, man.
What's his name, y'all? Come on, chat. What's his name?
Banker or Bruno? I don't fucking know.
Tyler Hero.
Tyler Hero, he's got and the Reeves kid from LA, he's got
Austin Reeves, Tyler Hero, Jokic, Doncic,
Jokic, Luka, and just 3 other motherfuckers, and we'll be good.
I got a squad.
Hey, Matt, there's a 60 podcast right after this. I see it's blowing up. Keep doing it. Everyone over here, go over there. Watch Matt every day. He's killing it on YouTube as well.
Right.
A
lot of people love it, but that's okay.
Matt, we'll see you tomorrow or what?
Yeah, man. Little Wednesday action. Hey, I love Tank on the show, by the way. So when he comes on, tell him he fucking makes me laugh so hard. We got to get a little 4-way here. Not in the way you want, you sick fuck, but a 4-way with me and Smitty and Tank, and then you over here. Ugh, that's gross. A little circle jerk action, gross.
We will. We'll have to do it on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
By the way, man, before you go, real quick, I don't know if you saw JB he brought a new technology that helps him get his AE live during the show. Can you show him real quick? Is it still under you?
Fuck up.
So he puts his feet on top of that during the show, and people can it elevates his lower half.
It's a feet stool.
So it's like when you're supposed to put your feet on the stool when you take a shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Except he has an AE underneath the seat.
You just ruined it, though, man. Thanks. Thanks for the people.
So do you cut the seat out and just sit on this like a toilet seat for the AE?
No, I just put my feet up. She's underneath the desk during the show. All right, Matt. I'll talk to you.
What the fuck is that? That's all the show, but it's either the best show or the fucking last show. Have a good day.
There you go.
Matt is all day.
One legend to another.
Steve, it's the racial draft today. We already made our draft picks.
Stephen Kim, what's going on?
We got the Korean Cosell. Big Matt McChesney. Big Matt was torn. We're the Cooker Bunker Cracker Killers. I don't know. I think we're all right, Steve. I don't know if you can see this, but I think we're okay on defense. We're going to have Weddle play corner and coach the secondary, and then CMC is going to come over and play. He's going to come over and play some corner safety for us.
I have a question.
Uh-oh.
And I wanted to ask Rashad this.
Uh-oh.
Of all the black players, how many would draft white girlfriends, though?
Hey, you might be on
white and or foreigns
or Latina. I mean, Whitlock got him good though. Oh my God,
he did. I can't even lie. That was good Whitlock.
Hey, that mother came out and said, "What's my girl Albanian?" What did he say?
I mean, he's upset. I mean, the pictures are online.
Whitlock said buffoonish. I was cracking up laughing. I ain't heard that word in years.
And I think he's got, because I'm hearing that he's got like something going on, maybe CT. Tank's going to be able to talk about, because Tank brought up a very good point yesterday that he talked to Roger Goodell about, that he kind of got pissed off about. We need to, as an ex-NFL, that ex-players, you need to be rated like 1, 2, or 3 based on what happens afterwards. So like if you're a 1, you need a certain amount of help. If you're a 2, you need a certain amount of help. If you're a 3, you need a bigger help, such as the kid with the Raiders. What's his name? That's
Chandler Jones.
Yeah, Jones. This is another scenario that Tank may be discussing here on the show when he comes on. Like, that's an issue that may be that Tank's going to go in. He's pretty pissed off about all this shit. So he's going to go in on it. Steve, what up, man? I wanted to ask you, our thumbnail, Mike Tomlin's on the hot seat. Was Matt Canada really that bad after all? Because they are worse on offense now than they were when he was there.
Yeah, it's hard for me to say, but look, you got to have players. They don't really have a trigger man. I've always thought that Pickett came out in a really weak quarterback draft. I thought they reached for him a little bit, given where he played college ball. And, look, when you lose an iconic quarterback, even one that was declining the way Big Ben was the last, 3-4 years of his career, it's still tough to replace him.
Right.
And then you have some skill players out there whose attitude wavers with their production. And when they don't get the ball, things start to crop up, become very, very noticeable. They still play hard defensively. But when you don't have a quarterback, as mediocre as the quarterback play has been in this league the last couple of years, it's still very hard to win. So until they figure that out, but I said this to Whitlock last week, it seems to me like a very, very good run between Tomlin and Pittsburgh seems to be almost coming to an end.
Yeah.
Belichick, Tomlin, there's a few guys, legendary guys that, Sean Salisbury and I both think Tomlin's the top 5 guy in the NFL right now still. For what, we always say in football, you make chicken salad out of chicken shit. I think he's done it as good as anybody, especially when he kept AB's crazy ass on the low, on the quiet side for all those years that nobody even never really heard him talk. Shout out to AB. Got his degree. Clap it up. I think he sees the writing on the wall. He knows he's going to do some dumb shit. He had to go get a degree. But having said that, I think sometimes the words you say are just going in one ear out the other of these players nowadays that are getting all this money. And they're like, we've heard all the big words, because that's what the rumor is now, Steve. He says words that they don't even understand. And I'm like, well, that sounds ignorant. That's ignorant. Come on, homie. Really? That's what we're going to say? It's kind of crazy to me. I don't know. I think Tomlin probably will be pushed out, unfortunately, especially if Belichick gets pushed out. Because if Belichick goes, I think the dominoes roll.
Yeah, and I'm sure they'll publicly make it seem like it was a mutual, agreement, of course, out of respect to Mike Tomlin. Listen, I still think Mike Tomlin's a hell of a coach, but sometimes you get let go just because we need change. It's not necessarily because you're a bad coach. We just need something new and different. I think about the NBA, the Raptors a few years ago. They who was their? I think their coach was Casey. I think was his name. Dwayne Casey, I believe. He had won Coach of the Year and then got fired at the end of that season because they fell short of going to the NBA Finals. The very next year, they get a new coach, and with Nick Nurse, they win the NBA championship with Kawhi there. So sometimes you just need just a change in I guess motivation, change in leadership to make things move forward. And it doesn't mean that you're a bad coach. So we'll see.
If he leaves Pittsburgh, if I am the Chargers, that's the first guy I call because I think he's got a lot left, a lot younger than Belichick, and I make sure that I get an offensive coordinator that is in sync with Herbert.
Yeah,
that to me is the most natural thing to do. The Chargers, they never should have brought back B.S. Staley after that playoff loss. I just did not understand that move. But once again, the Spanos family got a little bit cheap. That seems to be their habit. But if you say to me, hey, Steve, all right, you can start this over. And if Pittsburgh parts ways with Tomlin, you know, there's a lot of names out there. There's Harbaugh, there's Belichick, and there's Tomlin. I kind of like Tomlin.
Yeah.
So
and you think about the, you know, Big Ben, big quarterback, you know, some similarities between him and Herbert too. So I like that a lot, actually.
Hey, there's some people talking about Tomlin don't have a coaching tree and he hasn't developed young coaches. He won't get credit for a lot of people, but Bruce Arians, even though older or same age, Bruce was out of football and Tomlin brought him back. And Tomlin resurrected Bruce Arians. If anyone out here that knows football understands that, Tomlin resurrected him and got him back in the deal where he got a shot in Arizona, then he got to Tampa ultimately. He was dead in the water. So Tomlin has resurrected some coaches. He didn't groom them per se, but he does have some young coaches. I mean, one of my good friends, Adrian Clem, is the New England Patriots O-line coach right now. He is under there. So is Brian Flores. There's some coaches that have been under him. I can go down the list. I can go down.
Belichick has a tree, and guess what? They've all failed. So you look at the Belichick tree away from Belichick and Tom Brady, it hasn't been good. So that can be a little bit overrated, that particular aspect.
I agree. That was my point. Let me ask you this: talking college football real quick, translating or transitioning to the NFL. DJ Moore came out for the Bears, and he basically said, Justin Fields is better than both Drake May and Caleb Williams. Why do I need to start over with a rookie? Where are you at with that?
Justin Fields has shown me enough that I'm not all in on going with the quarterback if you have that number 1 and 2 pick. I actually like some of the stuff that he's doing. I think he's still got I have never understood why the Bears did not just do more of what Justin Fields is good at. Shotgun, no huddle, quick tempo, spread, and just let them run around a bit. If you are Chicago and you have a chance to get Marvin Harrison at 1, that's the first thing you do with one of those picks, right?
Well, hold your thought. This has just reached the news that the reason he's being courted and maybe stays in college because his draft stock is dropping because of the need for O&D line and QB. So maybe he drops down and he stays in college another year.
Well, they're saying he would drop down to the middle portion of the top 10. Is that really dropping? I mean, if he's the 5th pick.
Money-wise, it is. Money-wise, it is. If he's going to get more money, I guess the point. So you know, Smitty, is you drop in number 1,
money,
number 2, number 3. The more you drop, the less you get. But if someone's really going to throw him $5-10 million in college, they're not going to throw him $20 fucking million. I don't want to hear that report, that bullshit report that came out. If he gets $5-10 million, it's more than he's going to make as a free agent. I mean, as a rookie. So
yeah, but now he's like
signing bonus. I don't know.
Yeah, but now he's assuming that the next year he's going to get drafted number 1, number 2, and we don't know what's going to happen with quarterback. We don't know if he's going to get injured, if he's going to have a decline. He has a new quarterback. It's a lot of. I don't think that's smart, and it's smarter to actually start your NFL clock early so you can get to that first big contract. Like, let's get to that point early. Get to there as young as you possibly can, so you can get to the big number. You know what I'm saying? So I disagree with that. I don't think he should.
Dave, transitioning, staying in college, this kid is transferred, leaving USC. I'm trying to figure out why. Apparently, Matt thinks he doesn't want to compete with the Kansas State guy they transferred in. It's crazy. He's from LA. He's from Los Angeles. I know his dad. I mean, the kid.
Good kid, too. Like, I met him, too, interviewed him. Yeah, like, man.
I mean, this is just becoming a joke, man. Like, and Steve, my point to you is, though, we get these guys into the portal, and I think the media, mainstream media, and every fan base out there makes it worse because they're the ones like, bring him to Oregon, bring him to Miami, bring him to Nebraska. And it just it makes it even worse. Like we're adding to the fire.
Look, Lincoln Riley, that was, I don't know what's going on there at SC, but it looks like Escape from Saigon. But that's the number one player in the country. He was not just the number one quarterback. And in my view, if he redshirted this year or didn't play, you would figure he'd be the heir apparent. But once USC starts flirting with Will Howard, I think you handle that quarterback position differently than any other position.
Yeah.
In football, because you can only play one. There is no rotation. There is no depth. You have a starter and a backup. All right. You only play the backup in very specific situations or an injury. I thought it was strange. What we do not know is, let's say Lincoln Riley told this family, hey, you just sit out 1 year. Caleb's going to win the Heisman again, but then he's going to leave, and then it's your job.
Yep.
So if that dynamic is there, then all of a sudden now you're saying, well, we're going to bring in Will Howard. I would be like, that's not what you said.
Right.
And again, I'm not saying the kids should not compete. Everyone should compete. But the quarterback position is different. And here's the problem with SC. They are losing everybody. They're young freshman, Tackett Curtis, pretty good linebacker. He's transferring. I don't know what is
out from Oklahoma.
Right. So, I mean, it is interesting. As the quarterback, to me, you got to act a little bit differently. You got at the position of leadership. Like that young man, Cam Ward, is trying to leverage 2-3 different schools, including Miami. And I'm like, wait a minute, you had a great deal. Because I've kind of been told what's been offered. My thing is this: pick a school and become that leader instead of playing schools off by this time. You got to start to get to your teammates. You got to get all the numbers of your receivers so you can start throwing, unless it's just about you getting paid. Which is
right.
just like, at a certain point, when's your production count? So it is what it is. The Malachi Nelson thing, to me, I know a lot of USC fans are upset because here's the thing. Let's say Will Howard has a great year and he's a good college player. You get him for one. With Malachi Nelson, you get multiple seasons.
Yeah.
So that's a tough situation.
Yeah.
Speaking of college football, Jaden Daniels is going to sit out the bowl game. These bowl games are jokes. We went in on it yesterday, kind of. Smitty and I did. It's kind of.
I don't watch a single one.
The UCLA game was a joke. The Gronk Bowl or whatever the fuck. We got some crazy game. Nobody's showing up. You're not even showing up to a Carolina Panthers game, so you know we're not showing up to a goddamn Coastal Carolina game in a meaningless bowl game. I know you said before you agree they sit out if they're going to hurt their draft stock. I mean, I wish he'd play, but I understand it now, and it's almost to a point to no return. Like fuck it. Like that's how I am. I don't even care no more. Like fuck it, sit out.
I mean, plus the players, they hear what we're saying. Like Steve just said, I don't watch any of it. You said you don't care. I don't care.
As much college football as I watch during the season, the bowl games have been rendered, I don't want to say meaningless, but no one is playing. Everyone's sitting out. I watch Miami because it's Miami, and then we have a guy that may be transferring out after he starts his one game, Ja'Cory Brown. But the games aren't very good. There's no quality. There was a time when I grew up, you had 16 bowl games, and guys that won the Heisman Trophy, like Barry Sanders, played in the Holiday Bowl. And so there was like an appeal. There was a certain attractiveness to these matchups. Now, I was at a Christmas party on Saturday. Old high school classmates threw something. So I'm watching the fights, a couple of fights on Showtime in the Zone. And the UCLA game was on. I didn't even know UCLA was playing. I'll be honest with you, until I looked up at the screen because they were in the outside patio. I didn't care. I really didn't. And so, now most of the focus for a lot of us college football fans is tomorrow, early signing day, right? Then you have the late signing period. And then here's the thing, though, and I don't even try to keep up with it as much as I did because players can actually transfer or get into the portal after spring ball. So you really don't know who your team is until the summer. And I'm like, okay, just let me know who we have. Let me know who's wearing that uniform, and then I'll care. But the daily concern about who's going to transfer in and out, I don't have time for it anymore.
Yeah.
I don't either. I don't get it. It's kind of like, I don't know, man. I don't get it. It's kind of crazy to me. It's kind of just lost all its zeal. I don't know how to say it because I think it's transitioning upwards, and the NFL is becoming That's why we're seeing bad product. I mean, I'm just being honest. That's what I personally think. But
do you guys think players should start getting like bowl games? Will have to start paying the players or the winning team or something, like some type of incentive to make them play?
Always going to them. Yeah. I don't know. What I know a lot of fans want to know, Steve, about your former quarterback Van Dyke going to Wisconsin. I think it hurts him because I don't believe he'll have even near enough talent around him. He's going to be with a bunch of stiffs up there in Wisconsin. How is he going to play there?
You know, with Phil Longo and they run that air raid, that's going to help him. I actually think that system helps him. The question is, will he have enough athletes around him? That is the thing. Does he have enough outside athletes? But, you know, look, he's got some arm talent. Not a bad athlete for his size. But I do worry about his overall commitment to football. He's a guy with options in life. I have a rule. If you are a quarterback and you like golf too early in life, you're not my quarterback. I honestly, and I don't even say this jokingly. If I was recruiting and I'm Mario Cristobal or any coach, I'd say, son, do you like golf or do you have a pair of golf gloves? And they said, yes. I'd be like, good luck at another school. I want a football guy. I'm being dead serious about it. We're going to give you a lot of money. You got a lot of responsibility. I don't want you worrying about your mid-range chip shots. Sorry. Get out of here with that. When you make 5 Pro Bowls, you can golf every day of your fucking life. Right now, it's all football. I don't even want you playing another sport, to be honest with you. It's just, again, we're going to put a lot of money into this. The NIL, the budgets for quarterbacks are a little bit different. But Van Dyke can do some things. He really did thrive under this the system of Rhett Lashley, which was a hurry-up, up-tempo spread. And SMU had a good year. I was actually surprised that he didn't look more at SMU, but I think their quarterback has another year of eligibility. But look, Wisconsin is a real football program. They have a real coach. They're going to build that eventually. But they are going to have to bring in some athletes around him, because every time I saw Wisconsin this year, it just did not look right. They had a really good running back in Braylon Allen, but the system that they ran, just not enough speed outside.
Yeah, the bowl thing is interesting to me. Like Chip Kelly came out and said some shit that I've said 3 years ago, but he came out and said some stuff like put everybody in the tournament. Like that's basically what it has to become, because we've made it so bad that these other bowl games. My question to you: how is it going to sustain? How are you going to be able to have them in a couple of years? I don't see how you can have the Fark-O Gronk Bowl or whatever the fuck it was. How are you going to have these bowls?
Well, the thing is, as bad as these games are, it's like the Pro Bowl. Everyone says that nobody watches, but you look at the television ratings for that time slot for sports, it actually does decent ratings. See, a lot of these bowl games, it's not even about the football. It's about the programming. They want to give people a 3.5, 4 hour window of football. And what do people do when they watch football? They gamble, right? Yeah. You can gamble on a lot of different things now besides just the point spread. So that alone gives that particular bowl game, no matter what it is, a little bit of value.
Yeah. You hear about Eric Montrose passed away?
Yeah, I was stunned. He's right around our age, and he was still part of that era. 1993, I think Carolina beat the Fab Five in that great game. Yeah. And that's stunning because he's right around our age, and I'm just like, gee, that's too young to die.
Yeah, I didn't even know if he's 50. I thought he'd be like 49, 50. That's crazy to me. Seahawks Eagles last night. Before you get out of here, Seahawks Eagles. I thought it was a pretty good game, but horrible quarterback play. I know you were texting with Weddle back and forth, laughing about it. Either team deserved to win, like Weddle said. Unfortunately, one of them had to. Puts the Seahawks back in it with the Rams. I just thought that, this play, Drew Lock showed some moxie here. This is the only throw you can make right there, wins the game. But other than that, I think he barely hit 200 yards. Jalen didn't throw for 200 yards. Didn't even come close to 200 yards. A.J. Brown and him are completely on opposite pages. Like I said months ago, Jeff Nader didn't believe me. They're beefing. It's clear. They've lost, 3 in a row or 4?
3 in a row.
3 in a row.
3 in a row, and it's clear. I'll say this again. and I was taught this by a guy named Lance Roffers, Hurricane Vision on Twitter, who breaks down all 22. He knows the game. And he told me this a couple of years ago. At the highest levels of football, you get a schematic advantage for about a season and a half. Mm-hmm. After that, the league catches up to you. They understand how to defend you. They understand whatever new concepts, which there are really no new concepts anymore. Everything's been invented. You just dress it up differently. And look what's happening to the Eagles. They got about a season and a half, right? And now teams have seemed to figure it out. So now it's going to be up to Jalen Hurts. And I don't think it's going to happen this season. He has to, again, evolve his game. So when I look at Jalen Hurts now, the last month or so, what I'm really noticing is he's holding on to the ball. And if that's not out immediately, you could see what happens. It turns into scramble ball. It doesn't look right. And I don't know the exact numbers, but I remember watching that game during that last drive or two. Jalen Hurts had like 28 pass attempts and I think under 150 yards or something. I'm thinking that is terrible.
He's been doing that a lot. I think there was a stat Smitty shared with us this morning on the thing. There was a stat he's at like lowest passer rating among like qualified applicants basically in the league right now. He's struggling. I don't know, but people still mention him in the MVP race, and I'm like,
no,
he's definitely MVP. It's a wrap. It's a wrap for sure.
Steve, your MVP race right now. You're 3 finalists because there's not 5. Let's just.
I'll tell you who it is. It's a 3-way tie between Brock Purdy, Christian McCaffrey, and Debo. Just those guys, the Niners.
No Tyreek Hill. He missed that game and that cost him.
Yeah, I mean, I love Tyreek. If he still gets 2,000, which I don't think is going to happen, I honestly probably would still give him my vote. But Coach, I'm telling you, Brock Purdy made a couple of plays on Sunday, or I'm like, that's not just Shanahan dialing him up. He made a play where he scrambled, spun away from pressure, threw it, almost overthrew McCaffrey. But, I mean, he made that play happen. Then he threw a back shoulder to the front pylon to Debo, where I thought the ball was perfectly placed. I don't know. I think Purdy's actually pretty good. I do.
Yeah. Nah, he's solid, man. I just think we'll never give him credit because of the weapons around him. It's so great, excuse me. And it's like we keep asking ourselves the same question. Is he the most valuable person on that team? And I think there's an argument that you could say he is the most valuable. Now, is he the best player? No. But we've seen what happened when even last year in the playoffs when Brock got hurt. The team was not the same. Now, the being devil's advocate, we can also say this season we saw for 3 games how Brock Purdy plays when Debo and Trent and C-Mac, and they're all out too. So it's kind of tough to really understand who's the most valuable, but he's having a hell of a season for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I just got to show Steve this. Bailey, can we show the unraveling?
So just for people, this is the in-season tournament. The first ever banners being hung up here at crypto.com, a.k.a. Staples Center.
Kobe Bryant is fucking turning over in his grave right now, and he is ashamed of his organization and the Los Angeles Lakers, Steve. And the guy that liked and watched, and they had a video of LeBron staring at it as if he were going to cry, is the number one reason why you can't put him on Kobe Bryant's level. No way. Kobe would have told you better not drop that banner in my fucking season. There's no way. That's the difference between LeBron and Kobe right there. Kobe wouldn't want that damn banner. It's unbelievable. We're really giving this mediocrity new excellent shit.
For what I'm hearing,
how does an intramural tournament be given any status? I mean, nothing says let's devalue our own regular season by putting in an in-season tournament. It's okay. I mean, I don't watch the NBA. I'm not going to watch the NBA. I'll watch old Jordan highlights if I want to be entertained. And if I really want a deep dive, I'll watch a little Akeem Olajuwon. And outside of that, I'm good. But
I will say this, Steve, you are missing out on a lot of good basketball, though. If all you watch is Hakeem and Jordan, there's been a lot of things that have transpired since those cats have stopped playing basketball.
Yeah, but nothing as good as those two. So, I mean, that's the whole thing. I mean, like, once you listen to Rakim and Nas, I'm not listening to this bullshit today. It's just a bunch of illiterate mumble rappers.
You sound like the old man on the porch right now,
That's
Steve.
because I am. That's
not that old,
Steve.
Steve.
But here's the difference, though, Smitty. I embrace it because that's the whole thing. Like people, see, I am never going to be that old guy that tries to be cool. No, I'm just going to get more crabby and curmudgeonly in my old age because I'm just like I tell people all the time, like boxing. I've already seen the best boxing I'm ever going to see. I tell that to Doug Fisher, my good friend, editor of Ring Magazine. We worked together for years. And when people say, oh, my God, I got to see Tank and Ryan Garcia. And I go, yeah, I got to see De La Hoya, Pacquiao, Mayweather, Roy Jones, Winky Wright, Mark Too Sharp Johnson, the end of Ray Leonard, Marvin Hagler, Tommy Hearn. So, yeah, what do you get to see? Again, I'll take what I saw over what you're going to see.
Bud Crawford is just a different guy.
Bud is one of the special ones.
I'm
Bud,
just saying.
Bud is a good one. Oh, Inoue, who fights next
Inoue's
Tuesday
amazing.
Bam Rodriguez this past weekend was really, really good. There are still a few guys.
Haney was flawless last. I'm just saying, there's some guys now.
Some guys, but basketball. I mean, whatever.
We're always going to have that nostalgia for our time period. One thing I will say about the whole banner. Obviously, I'm a Lakers fan. I didn't want to see a banner getting hung up. From what I've been told and what I've heard, the NBA has kind of put some pressure on the Lakers because they want to blow this thing up and make it a big deal. So I think that was part of why they did it. And also, in about 20 years from now, the in-season tournament is going to be a big deal. I'm saying this now, and in 20 years, we're gonna look back and be like, oh my God, the Lakers they won the first ever in-season tournament in the history. So right now it seems like it's stupid and it doesn't mean anything, but it will
have
mean
a
something.
tournament for 75 years. It was called the playoffs.
I know.
Hey, Steve, Coach Cisco that comes over, he said, I propose American champion play the Euro champion.
For the world champion.
hey, we might as well. It's like a joke. Let's fucking get everybody now.
I mean, think about the NFL trying to do an in-season tournament. You wouldn't do it because, number one, the game's stupid. But number two, the regular season actually matters.
Right. That's the difference.
When you are doing an in-season tournament, you are basically telling the fan base, our first 4 months or 5 months of the season don't matter.
But Steve, isn't it smart though from a CEO standpoint to be like, okay, we understand the first 4 months is still NFL is king. No one really cares about NBA until Christmas and then after Christmas. So what can we do to bring increased ratings, bring more increased competition? Let's bring a tournament. And I will say, because I didn't watch it thoroughly, but I watched a few games. Those guys were competing. Those guys wanted that money, So I think it was a success, as crazy as it may sound.
I mean, look, the most memorable thing about, to me, the tournament was that Malika Andrews got booed. I thought that was funny. I was like, I'll remember that. And then the Lakers won because we were watching the Devin Haney fight at Tom's watch. And then someone brought it up that Malika got booed. And I said, okay, that's funny.
Hilarious.
No, I'm saying she got booed. I mean, there must have been a lot of brothers in the audience. So I mean, brothers don't like her. But anyway, so I'm just saying. So
brother and brother.
So Steve, what do you remember about that first in-season tournament? Man, they booed the shit out of Malika.
Hey, Steve gonna be an old man on his rocket chair. His grandkids or whoever's going. Hey, Grandpa, what do you remember?
Steve's gonna be smoking sticks by then. Well, he smoked a few at my house. He's gonna be smoking a lot by then. We're gonna be next to each other, watching you maybe maybe you'll hit 40 by then.
Yep.
You'll be like, damn, they were right. I don't know. Hey, Steve, Sunday, Christmas Eve party, be here.
Yeah, I'll be there. And, tomorrow is National Letter of Intent Day, which used to be like a national holiday for guys like me. Because I remember when it used to be just in February.
Yeah.
Right? And then, before the internet, you had to, go down and get the USA Today. They'd list all the letters of intent. And then I would go about a couple weeks later. I would go to the Montebello Public Library. It's the only time I've ever stolen anything. I would steal the Miami Herald because they'd have a special recruiting day thing for all three Florida teams. man, I would be so nervous stealing that thing. Oh God, I still feel guilty about it.
But then
you read the thing, and then you get the Cane Sport, and then you get a couple of magazines, and then they do the Athlons 100. Now it's like the ESPNU, they do like a 10-hour special, and I try to watch as much as I can. But here's the thing, though, Coach and Darnell, and I'm not saying that attrition did not take place, because guys get transferred out or they get moved out of the program. It is what it is. But nowadays, here's the reality with most of these classes, even the ones that are in the top 5. You're basically saying in 2 years, half of this class will be transferred out. So I'm like, how do you even follow this? And there's something going on at Georgia, guys. I think Kirby Smart runs a pretty good program. You know, they've had 18 guys transfer out, and 5 of them were 5-stars from the last year or two. These guys aren't even giving this process a shot. Or are they just saying, hey, pay me more? I think we need to make some changes here and have some guardrails. I would start making NIL deals, multi-year deals. Make them at least 2 years.
Yep.
That's my view. And also, they are playing with fire by basically saying everyone can transfer without sitting out.
Yeah.
I would say that the first transfer, maybe the second one, you got to sit out. I even make another rule. You can't transfer within the conference.
That's what it used to be.
They used to be like that, or the head coach had to clear it or something, I think, to allow you to do it. Yeah.
Because I don't understand it. You can't even develop players anymore. That project that needs to either gain or put on 30 pounds or lose 30 pounds. Now I don't, it's just to me, because everyone gets so excited over these verbal commitments they're going to sign tomorrow. And I'm thinking to myself, right, they may not be in your program within a year. That's kind of the reality of this thing. So I'm like, okay, that's nice. You know?
It's bad. I don't even know how I can do it. We're gonna dive into it. We'll see you Thursday. Check him out on Whitlock later on. Follow Steve Kim on Twitter, Instagram, and check out his show on YouTube with Mario Lopez. When are you back on that?
We filmed yesterday, and we're talking about Bam Rodriguez, spectacular young talent out of San Antonio. Talked about the finale of Showtime Boxing after 37 years. They're done. They had a show out there, and then we're previewing the card in Saudi Arabia this Saturday. All the heavyweights are going to be there. And then
Wilder.
Right, and then next Tuesday we're going to do a special last year show. Inoue, the Japanese monster, he will be fighting early in the morning, Darnell.
Yes.
On ESPN Plus. He's going to try to become the undisputed champion at 122. Then I don't know what else we really talked about. By the way, I read the book from I'm reading the book right now, Watch My Smoke, finishing up with Eric Dickerson, the book that he wrote about 3 years ago. Very interesting book. Talked about
my guy.
He talked about a lot of stuff, and I didn't realize he was that miserable in Indianapolis as a Colt, Darnell.
I know. I've heard a little bit about it. Like he did not like his time there at all.
And you know what I respect about his book, though? He actually called people out. He actually said about certain offensive linemen like Ray Donaldson, Kevin Call, Randy Dixon, soft, can't play, malcontent, lazy. I was like, wow. I mean, Eric threw people under the bus. And here's the interesting part. He actually had a lot of great things to say about Jeff George.
Okay.
He said Jeff George was a hell of a teammate. He was a cool white guy that would go to the brothers with the club. He got along with everybody. And he told a funny story. So they're playing the Buffalo Bills, and he's just getting smashed. And he got hit so hard one time that Bruce Smith helped him up and gave him a look saying, Eric, sorry about this. So they get to the sideline, and Jeff George goes, all right, we got to pass the ball. Because he looked at Eric, and Eric said, Jeff George basically said, I'm not going to get you hurt. Don't worry. Let me take the hits, but we're not going to run the ball. And Eric goes, Jeff, you're good, man. I don't care what anyone else says about you. We're good.
Hey, man, so, that's that Warren Central mentality. That's that far east side Indianapolis mentality. I would expect nothing less. That's who we are. It's built in us.
Right. So, but I respect the fact that Eric Dickerson didn't just say certain teammates. He actually listed guys and said, this guy sucked. He was an asshole. I was like, you know what? That's a good book. You're like Edgar Allan Poe of running backs. So
I got to get that one. Steve, I'll see you Thursday.
Thursday, fellas.
All
Yes,
right,
sir.
brother. Peace.
Have a good
Um,
We going back to back legends.
I know, man. Shit, we can't even take a break, Smitty. I don't know if you young. I don't know if you can hold your
I'm
little
good.
little
I
bladder.
can hold my pee, but you told me it's not good to hold it because you might get an infection. But hey, it's worth
And
the
that is
risk.
infection. It's a prostate thing. If you hold it, you got piss, hold it up, boo, boo, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tank Johnson, welcome in. Tank.
It's good, Tank.
Yeah.
We got it back. Tank Soldiers Day, Tuesday. We're going to break down some players. We got a cut-up made. We got it big time now in production over here. Tank, let's dive in. Big Matt said he enjoys you on the show. He said make sure we got to do a four-way. As crazy as that sounds, we got to do a four-way.
Pause.
Major pause.
Yeah, I guess you got to say pause now. I just caught that, Smitty. You say that all the time, and Weddle says it, and I'm like, what the fuck is they? Why are they saying?
Oh, you just caught it like just now.
I just caught it on looking back at the video yesterday. You said pause, and I was like, what the fuck's he talking about? And then Weddle said it, pause, and I'm like, the fuck? Tank, you too old to know this shit.
I mean, that's just been around since the 90s. Like, before we crossed over into this like real politically correct world, it was just all like pause, like, yo, I don't know what you meant by that, but pause. But
I think I
digress.
I think no homo kicked in though, didn't it?
Same thing.
Yeah.
But we moved. We definitely we can't. Yeah, we moved past that one. We can't.
So
we
picked the white and the black team.
That's why I got the Negro League on.
I know. I got a few of those too. I got some Satchel Paige jerseys nobody know about. I got some Satchel Paige jerseys. Big Matt left me. Fucker left the white and he went to Smitty's team because we were getting our ass selected.
Well, he was playing offense. He was going back and forth depending on who was benefiting.
He was trying to steal Mahomes because he got a white mama. He tried to steal motherfucker.
I'm like, in the hood, let's be if you mix, you black at the end of the day.
My daughter mixed.
Especially if your daddy black.
Well, wait. I was listening to that, right? The male has the dominant gene. So why were you guys even arguing about who's black or white?
That's why my daughter is mixed, but she looked goddamn like me, but she got a little bit, she got a little hair, a little nappy, but she white, she light as hell. But the mama light skin though. So
I got cousins who are super light skinned, they black.
It's called coarse, not nappy.
Yeah, coarse now. We gotta say coarse. By the way, I know, you know why? Because I used to get Johnson & Johnson, the Tangler, and I had to spray it in that shit. I didn't know. I was young, in college, by myself, raising a daughter. She's over there cussing me out, yelling at me and shit. I'm pulling her hair and shit, trying to get that shit out. I'm like, fuck. And there's some white folks got dreads, though. Don't get it twisted. They call it grunge, I think.
Grunge?
I don't know. Fuck. That's that Seattle shit. Portland. All right, Tank Soldiers Tuesday. We were talking about that draft though, which I think is ridiculous. But bottom line is, we don't got no corners at all. I couldn't even bring Jason Sehorn out of retirement. We don't have no We don't have no corners. People don't realize this is like, as a coach, I used to tell all the time, like, this is a 90% black played league, black played in college, for the most part in high school, and then it's 90% white coached, which is a fucking oxymoron. I've been saying this. I've been on this high horse for a long time. Like, you motherfuckers hire young black coaches to maintain the roster in the locker room, but you won't hire them as a head coach or a coordinator. Finally, I think we're getting there, but goddamn, it's unbelievable. It's 90% black played. Let's just keep it real. The whole argument is kind of dumb. I'm glad the internet's kind of made fun of this thing and not turned it into a big time issue. But you mentioned something yesterday on the phone. We had a sidebar conversation. Is Mendenhall falling under what you were discussing with me as far as your 1, 2, and 3 tiered issues, as far as checking on players after they retire or leave, like the Jones situation in Vegas?
Yeah, I mean, listen, you got to watch what guys are saying publicly, what they post, and kind of see kind of where they are and how far they're veering off the center line. And I haven't really heard a lot of what Rashad has been saying publicly. But I hear it's getting progressively worse and worse. So it's definitely something we should look into. And like I had a conversation with Roger Goodell and Belinda Lerner at the NFL about, we can have a tier system, right? Where, a 1, it's, maybe a guy just needs someone to call him and check on him. A 2, he's in that middle ground, and 3, he's a harm to himself and others. And we should be able to deploy resources to those guys, similar to Chandler Jones and rest in peace, Marion Barber. And, there's a lot of guys that you don't see that are going through this. And I think if we just had a simple system, we would be able to identify and maybe save a life or 2.
Yeah. I just think it's crazy. I mean, we know the league's always been white and black for as far as predominantly dominated. I would say last 30 years it's black and then white. Early on with leather helmet days, it was white. Obviously, we know we know the issues why that was, but it's interesting. Interesting takes, man, that's going out there. I'm glad that they made light of it and not made it into a thing. But Smitty made an interesting point, Tank. He said maybe Mendenhall's actually brought this thing together more than separated it.
Well, what did he in a weird way? Say? Like, now go ahead, Tank.
I just said, what did he say?
Oh, here you go. So, yes, he said, I'm sick of average white guys commenting on football. Y'all not even good at football. Can we please replace the Pro Bowl with an all-black versus all-white bowl so these cats can stop trying to teach me who's good at football? I'm better than your GOAT. So the reason why I said, in a weird way, I feel like over the last 24 hours it's been kind of bringing people together is because, like JB said, like most of, at least the social media world, most people are kind of, joking and bringing light to it rather than like going at his neck and this guy's crazy. So it's almost like the thing where it's like the comment was so kind of wild or whatever that people were just like, oh man, like we kind of just finding the joke and the fun out of it to where we're coming together versus like being a white versus black thing. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if I disagree with everything he's saying because I think we take shit out of context and only clip certain shit. Like this show will be clipped certain things and people are going to see us talking and they're only going to say what they saw the 30-second clip say.
Right.
He started off the conversation because I went back and looked. He started off the conversation by addressing these mid-level mainstream media announcers and commentators who never played the sport, who are sitting there talking about it, kind of like I mentioned the other day with the Kimberly Martin thing, down talking Cam Newton. I'm like, come on, man, let's be real. You didn't play the position, a little less an MVP and a Heisman Trophy winner that played the position, took his team to a Super Bowl. How can you say stay in your lane? This is his lane. So he came out, I think, in defense, not in defense of Cam, but on that same level and was like, look, a lot of you cats out here talking nonsense, never played. And basically then he went on a rant and then I think he got out of context, but I think he was like, I'm better than your GOAT. And I'm just average running back is what he was kind of saying. So like, that's kind of how it started. So to give you full context, but that's how it started.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like he probably, like you said, started out with a good point and it kind of went off the rails a little bit there. But I mean, listen, he does have a point. I mean, it is frustrating to see people discount the perspective of people who've played the game, whether Cam
white
Newton,
or black. Yeah,
white or black, whether Cam Newton, whether he wears a dunce cap or whatever, the kid was a dog and, his style of play wasn't conducive to longevity. But when he was in there and he did his thing and his opinion matters. And that's the beauty about guys who save their money. They can create their own platform and they don't gotta, say what the ESPN, Disney people want you to say. Talk your shit, Cam. And if somebody want to pop shit back, let them know, put them in their place. You ain't gotta, you in your own environment, man. Talk your shit.
Yeah. Hey, I know you're close with Roger. You talked to Roger the other day, and I know you talked to him. I know we got a former mentor and one of my former bosses, Dr. Mendoza, in the chat. he was asking. He wanted to know what's the term limits on an NFL commissioner, because he would love to see like a commissioner, a brother, take over the commissioner role. I know we've talked and we've had these discussions. What's the term limits on an NFL commissioner? Is it voted in?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's in his contract. I mean, I believe they were saying like his next contract was only going to be shorter because he was going to go into retirement. I mean, essentially, I look at like a commissioner goes through 2 generations of players, right? So that's probably about 15 to 20 years, right? Like that's 2 generations of players. You see it. I mean, I think he's been in there since early 2000s, and it's 2023 now. And so I think
Peter Rozelle, you have Paul Tagliabue and him, right?
Yeah. So I think about 2 generations, just because the game changes so much, you need a fresh pair of eyes on it at some point. And I don't think, whether it's a black commissioner or a white commissioner, it's about who's going to do the things that the collective owners say. And, whether you're white, black, or Hispanic, can you do what they're going to tell you to do? Similar to the situation down in Miami with the owner and the black coach who sued him. Listen, the owner tried to give him a plan, say, hey, we're going to tank. We're gonna get the first pick next year. And he's like, listen, I'm a black coach. If I lose all these games, I'm going to be judged and way more harshly than a white coach. So I can't go along with that plan. And so that created the friction there in Miami. And so when you talk about a commissioner, you're going to do that on a way larger level with billions of dollars at play. It's got to be somebody that they can kind of control like a joystick.
Let's get right into, before we get to Tank Soldiers to end the show and some hell yeah, hell no, let's get into this hit, this controversial hit by the Steelers player who was suspended for the rest of the season. Weddle, Big Matt, yourself, myself as an offensive player, former quarterback, Tom Brady himself, many call the GOAT, all are in agreement. And in agreement is, number one, he should not be suspended. Number two, if you're going to suspend him, then the quarterback needs to be suspended or fined or split the fine or something. I'm devil's advocate, Tank, here. This kid Minshew has done a hell of a job filling in for this organization, and I don't know if Pittman has the same catches he has with AR5 that he does right now with this kid. I'm gonna be honest. We can argue that later, but the other side is he made a horrible throw. We see bad throws all the time. They get wideouts lit up, and I think the rules have changed to allow wideouts to run with a clearer conscience across the middle. Let me say that, because there's no more Ronnie Lott depleting your ass no more and getting your head knocked off. So maybe when we see a hit like this now, it's a huge shocker. Oh my God. Because Pittman wasn't expecting it and he was just going for the ball, and we don't get hit no more over the middle like we used to. This kid was just playing defense. Where are you at with this? And I know we discussed it, and I know you think there's a lot bigger culprit involved in this whole thing, in this process. And I know, can we show the hit, Bailey, of the new, the former or the new person making these choices and these decisions that Matt called out earlier on the show? What's his name?
Offensive lineman. I can't remember his name, but yeah, offensive line.
Runyon.
Yeah, Runyon. Yep.
We have a clip of Runyon, and Big Matt made a great point. He wanted me to bring it up to you. We have a clip of John Runyon doing what he did. I mean, he was one of the dirtiest players in our generation. That was football then, but now we understand what it is, and he understands what it is. How can you make a call that way when you were this guy? So Matt brought that up, wanted me to bring it up to you, and I knew your answer because he has to answer to someone else now who's paying his check. So it's kind of like cream rises to the top situation.
Yeah, I mean, Runyon's full of shit, and this is what I think, and this is just flat out. The NFL and defenses are being penalized for the concussion lawsuit, right? And so essentially what they're doing is creating like on the time data to say when this next generation of guys retire and they inevitably have cognitive injuries, even though, they said this last lawsuit was the last one, there's going to be another one. And what the NFL is going to do is they're going to say, see, we changed this. We penalized this. We took this out of the game. And they like their legality and trying to cover their ass is just tearing our game apart. And it's making the game way more ridiculously hard to play defense. They don't even care how petty it looks. What they're trying to do is they know that if they got fined or sued for $1 billion in 2010, which was not a lot of money, in 2030 and 2025, that's going to be a number that we can't even calculate. So before they even get there, they're creating all of these examples of things that are taken out of the game, regardless of the detriment that it puts the players in. I mean, this kid went lower, put himself in more harm's way not to hit his fellow brother helmet to helmet. And anytime you extend over yourself and you get down and you're exposing your neck to a guy running to the ball, he literally, and he's there at the exact same time as the ball. So, you can tell when it's as egregious as this, that they're collecting data for the next lawsuit. And it's unfortunate, man, because our game is suffering, our fans are suffering, and I couldn't even imagine how hard it must be to play football nowadays. I mean, you've got like maybe 10% of the body that's a legal hit. So Runyon's full of shit. He was a dirty player. When he came in for Merton Hanks, they literally told him, like, yo, Merton wasn't calling enough fines. We thought they were fines and Merton wasn't fining the guy. So when he even got the job in 2016 at the league office, he came in like gun-ho trying to like sling out these fines. And I don't know if he thinks he's going to keep his job. I don't know, whatever the fuck he thinks. He's a big-ass chump, and there's no way in hell an offensive tackle should be judging what a safety does. No way in hell. So, Runyon, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's wild shit right now. It's a wild, wild west, and I don't think the right hand knows what the left hand's doing half the time. College, NFL, otherwise, I think the rules we make are just fucked up. Appreciate Tank dropping that knowledge. We got Tank soldiers, Bailey. Let's dive into it. We made a cut up, and we got Tank Johnson's Tank soldiers right here.
Yes, sir. That graphic is fire, though. I can't lie. Every time I see it, man, you get the dreads going. That was young Tank. That was 25-year-old Tank, man. Savage. Man. Look at him.
Up all night Tank. Yeah. My steroids was Hennessy and Dro. I was out there.
Hey, shit, no doubt. Hey, Bailey, we got his guys. We're gonna bring up the first guy, Tank, and I believe it's TJ Watt, right?
TJ Watt. Then TJ Watt is definitely one of my soldiers, because no matter how when I turn the TV on, this guy is unblockable. I mean, listen, his brother, I thought his brother was good. I thought he maybe tried some performance enhancing stuff allegedly in those barns of Wisconsin, because he was always hurt like that. But anytime you got a little brother who's watching his brother be great, 3-time defensive player of the year, that's just going to make a young dog. And he's what every little brother you want, but he seems unblockable on Sunday. I see that guy. I mean, he's got to be the guy that you key on with your protections, yet he's running scot-free. The kid's got a motor like a 502 big block. I love the kid.
Montez Sweat, you like him this past week in Chicago. He's highlighted right here. Bailey did a hell of a job cutting this up. The Sweat kid, he's a kid that came over to Chicago late from Washington. I think Chicago gave him a bag. I thought he was really helping that D-line in Washington. What do you like about him?
Well, the one thing I think is going to be dope is he's going to end the season as the sack leader on not one but two teams. He's still the sack leader on the Commanders, and he's the sack leader for the Bears. I like this kid because he's old school. You know, he you see all the kids nowadays, they want to wear all the drip and they want to look. This kid is a blue collar work pail guy. You know, he gets in there, he puts his nose in there. He's not looking for scot-free sacks. He's looking to go in there and get on that hip of that guard, push himself forward, helping his fellow tackle out. He's consistent. He's constantly around the ball, and he's just a guy that if the Bears get a guy opposite him, that they're gonna have something to reckon with here in the near future.
You got a kid, Justin Madubuike.
Yep.
The Ravens.
The Ravens kid.
He's been balling this year. Golly.
Our boy Patrick Queen.
Yeah.
Caused fumble right there.
Yeah, I mean, listen, this guy right here, when the Ravens have a long history of stellar, stout defensive players. And, you know, when you talk about this next wave of those guys, he just fits the mold. He could have played with Ray and Ed and T. Suggs and those guys and would have fit in perfectly. I love the way that he controls his blockers. When he sheds a block, he's throwing his guy a gap over, and then making a play, showing he's got great feet. So I am a huge fan of this young man right here.
I think he has 12 sacks right now. He got interviewed post-game. He said his goal is to get at least to 15, and that's from an interior position, by the way. I know he moves around a little bit, but that's, as you know, Tane, that's hard to do. That's hard to do.
Listen, when I played as an interior lineman, if you got 2, 3, you going to the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
So for a guy now to look at 15 sacks as an obtainable goal, man, I love to see it.
Hey, you flipping on the other side of the ball here. Offensively, Bills O-line, 175 yards rushing. Cook had over 220 total yards for the Buffalo Bills. They mauled the Cowboys. We got some end zone copy here. Shout out to DV Sport. They were working, man. And when you like to talk about offensive line, go find work. When there's no work to be had, go find it. And the Bills looked it up, turned it back. Break this down for as a defensive lineman going against this all night. It's kind of disheartening when you don't have a quarterback like Josh Allen throwing more than 10 times, completing 7 balls. You're like, shit, we got to stop the run now.
Let me tell you, when the Cowboys come in this game, they come in this game riding high on a pedestal. And, you know, you can take your chances of throwing the ball around the field, or you can say, you know what, I'm going to knuckle up with these guys. These guys ain't who they say they are. And you prove that by running the ball down their throats and making them quit, making them tap out. There was guys going off the field on 2 consecutive run plays. That shows you got your ass whooped. That shows, hey, let me go over here and get my mind right before I come out here. You look at these guys, they're piggybacking. They take that lateral flat step that used to take in the 90s, getting right, you know, the tackle gets behind the guard, pushes him and gets up to the second level. Running the ball is a thing of the past, and 175 yards rushing, I can appreciate that.
All right, last one. Tank Soldier is Dalvin Tomlinson, Cleveland Browns dog pound guy. He plugged the middle all day, you said.
He did, man. This guy is just, he's a run stopper. He's got, you know, great feet. He's all, you know, one thing I like is a smart player. And in terms of like his rush lanes, he made Justin Fields run into him by not committing early to a rush lane. And what he did was he baited the quarterback to come to him. And that's after he's, you know, done a hell of a job on 1st and 2nd down against the rush. So he's an intelligent guy. He makes his defensive ends job on the end a lot easier. And, you know, again, I like to see those throwback players reminiscent to the guys of the past. So those are my Tank Soldiers for the week. Whether they win or they lost, it wasn't my concern. If a guy went out there and did his work, he's going to be on my soldier list.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I love it, man.
We should have gave it up.
First down.
That's what we got a whole new board tank. We got some production in the works here. We got a little board and shit. We don't know what we got to do.
I like it.
We got to get to some hell yeah, hell nah, though. We got 5 good ones, I think. We got 5 good ones. Give us the logo, Bailey. Some hell yeah, hell nah before Tank gets out of here. Should Aaron Rodgers play a game this season? Hell yeah, hell no.
I say hell no. And only reason I say that is because, I don't care how much work he got on his Achilles. If he pops that thing again, he's going to regret going out there. So just take the whole offseason to get better. Hell no.
Yeah, I'm with you. Hell no. You have nothing to prove. I know he has an ego, as we all do. I know he's a crazy competitor, and he would love to kind of just, bring the eyes to him and kind of show the world that, hey, I told you I was coming back. I did what I said. I know he's thinking that, but it just ain't worth the risk, I don't think. You know what I'm saying? You got to think risk versus reward. You guys are already out the playoffs. No matter what, you can go win out. You're not going to the playoffs. So, what are you really trying to prove? And if there's even any risk of you re-tearing that or someone falling on top of you, I just think you can't take that chance, especially behind his O-line, who hasn't really been the best this season.
Right.
I probably worded it wrong. Should Aaron Rodgers is for definitely hell no. Will Aaron Rodgers, for me, would probably be hell yeah. And that's what the problem is. He will probably do it because his ego, prove everybody wrong. I don't think he plays a game, but I think he'll play a quarter or something to prove everybody that I'm ready for next year. But should he? Hell no. Hell yeah, hell no. Should dropped balls and the interception tag on a quarterback be a quarterback stat? So you know how many drop balls we have nowadays? And everybody media drop ball is an interception to a quarterback. It's not an interception to a receiver. Right. Should the stat line be changed to the receiver, not the quarterback? Hell yeah, hell no.
Hell no, because there's just, there's already so many things that go in the quarterback's favor. For him to get a tipped interception, hey man, that's the one, that's just a part of the game. We don't need to change.
That's the one thing you get on defense, huh?
Yeah, that we're not gonna move the goalpost for that. Nah, fuck all that.
I feel you, Tank. I really do, but I'm gonna actually say hell yeah, man, because it is kind of fucked up when a quarterback is out here throwing dimes, and your receiver just ate popcorn before the game and just dropping, and it's going through your straight to your hands to a court. Because at the end of the game, at the end of the season, they're gonna be like, oh, so and so threw 18 picks this year. He had a bad year. And I know these guys have certain incentives in their contract too. If you throw X amount of touchdowns or this amount of interceptions, whatever. I know there's benefits to that. So it's like, damn, you're making me look bad at the end of the day when it says I've thrown 2 touchdowns to 3 picks. So again, do I feel bad for him? Hell no. But when I remove my emotions as a former defensive tackle, do I think they should put that stat to the receiver, not the quarterback? I do.
Smitty, you soft as baby shit, boy. Come on, man. Listen, if a quarterback throws a damn 1-yard pass and he runs 80, the quarterback gets 81 yards, you're still trying to give him more?
That's true. That's
Smitty, I didn't take you for that, but hey.
It's balance, man. It's balance. You can't be gangster with everything, Tank. You need balance. You need some love in there. You need some gangster. You gotta.
Hey, if you take that rule out, though, you probably have to take out the yak yard completion percentages that
that's true.
Mahomes gives for shovel fucking passes too. Nah, I'm a quarterback, and hell nah. It's a quarterback thing, man. You got to live and die by it. It is what it is. We could throw a screen that Tyreek Hill goes 90. You get the 90 yards on your stats. So why would the pick not be on your stats? I'm tired of making soft-ass rules for quarterbacks. Hell nah. It should stay on the quarterback. Hell yeah, hell nah. Jalen Hurts should sit out the remainder of the regular season, last 3 ball games. The reason I'm saying this, to give you context, a lot of people out there think he's hurt. And more than what we're seeing, more than just a viral incident, he's been hurt the last few weeks. We've also saw David Carr come out and say some dumb shit about Mariota playing because he doesn't believe Hurts is healthy. It's 3 weeks in a row he's digressed. Could he be hurt, and should he sit out the remainder of the season? Hell yeah, hell no.
I say hell nah. If anything, play him 2 quarters and take him out, because when you sit out that long and you lose that rhythm, I've been in situations where we've earned a, by the last week in the season, we had earned the playoffs and coach sat us, and then we played that first week in the playoffs and got our ass kicked because we weren't in rhythm. If you notice, Coach Belichick never sat his players, even when, all the hay was in the barn, because he knows that if you take those guys off the field and they're going to lose that competitive edge and that little bit of fire. If I were them, I'd play them a quarter of the game's in hand. I'd take them out, but I'd at least get them some snaps.
Yeah, I say hell no. I mean, not only because of the points you just made, but also like the Eagles, they need to go ahead and make sure they win that NFC East, so they get some home field advantage. At some point, you don't want to be in a position where the Cowboys is right there. The Cowboys mess around and win, and you guys have to face each other in the NFC, whether it's divisional or whenever it would align. Now you got to go to Dallas, or whatever the case may be. So I think he has to play, because at the end of the day, he gives them their best chance of winning, even if he is a little hurt. So yeah, hell no, he has to play.
I'm gonna say it just because I'm the the asshole on the fucking hill yelling that we're soft. So yeah, play, motherfucker. All right. Hell yeah, hell no. The Ravens versus 49ers will be a preview of the Super Bowl. Hell yeah, hell no.
I say hell yeah, it very well could be. I don't know if the Ravens are necessarily clicking on all cylinders. I think Lamar is playing a kind of a muted version of what he played in the past, and I don't know if that's going to be good enough to get them through the playoffs, AFC Championship, to the Super Bowl. I think he's going to have to go up another click. So I think it could be, but Lamar's going to have to go up another level.
I'm gonna say hell no, only because I got to stick to my guns. And before the season started, I said there was going to be Eagles versus the Ravens in a Super Bowl. And I know the Eagles is looking, shaky right now, but I don't want to switch my pick at the end of the year. So I got to ride with who I'm riding with. But if I'm keeping it real, as far as who do I feel currently will be in the Super Bowl, it's hard to see anybody beating the Niners the way they're rolling right now, assuming they all stay healthy. So I guess my real answer would be hell yeah. I do think this probably will be that, but I'm gonna say hell no for the sake of my pick in the show.
Hell yeah, hell no. I'm gonna say hell no, because I don't believe the Ravens are gonna make it. Hell yeah, hell no. This one from Smitty right here, Tank. I don't know where you're gonna go with it, but I hope you. Does Pittman have 95 catches with AR5 as his quarterback? Hell yeah, hell no. Pittman's got 95 catches, Big Smitty.
I say hell no. I think
better start thanking his ass, Minshew.
Yeah, I say hell no. I think Gardner Minshew has a better hold of that offense, and I think he throws a better ball, more consistent. There's not a lot of lulls in between, so I say hell no. He would not have 95 catches with the AR-15.
I actually agree. I say hell no, because he wouldn't have 95. He would have 105. He would have more catches with AR-5 at the quarterback position. AR-5 was doing the damn thing, looking like one of the best rookie quarterbacks out the draft between him and Stroud. He was continuing to get better and better. He has to learn how to slide. That was his main issue. But if we keep it all the way real and we rewind back to earlier part of the season, AR-5 was playing way better than everybody named Mama thought. Everybody named Mama told me this was the worst pick you could have made. The guy is trash. He had a horrible college career. He's going to be a bust. This, that, and the third. He came out there. He was looking really, really good, running the offense the way he was coached to run it. I'm not saying he's Peyton Manning. He's Tom. He's not slicing and dicing. He's running the offense the way that Shane Steichen, wanted him to run the offense. So call it what you want, goggles, whatever. I like Gardner Minshew. He's done a hell of a job this year.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, he's not our franchise quarterback. I'm going to stick behind AR-5 because he actually showed me more than I thought I was going to see during the start of this season, based upon everyone's in opinion on how bad he will be. And even Coach JB early in the season kept it real and was like, you know what? He's looking a little better than what I thought. So, hey, that's where it is.
They on your head.
Of course, the chat. Listen, this chat is pro JB. It's the Coach JB show with Big Smitty. He was doing the show years before I joined the show.
Hey, Tank,
so it's like 70% JB. That's what it is.
Hey, don't get. By the way, this motherfucker D Jones is a brother from Florida. He just using that as his picture. D Jones and Smitty be going at it. These are all brothers in here talking shit.
Well, he's a Jaguars fan, so that already cuts that out. He's in the AFC South. He's just fucking scared and pissed off because he thought his Jazz was gonna clearly win the AFC South. And last time I checked, it's a 3-way tie in the AFC South, and his Jazz is declining and my coach is inclining. So I don't want to hear nothing that D Jones got to say because he's just a purified hater.
What do you say about this stat though?
4 games, 59% completion rate, less yards per game. All I know is this, man. AR5 was out there doing the damn thing the way that Josh Allen does the damn thing. He's throwing the ball deep. He's running the ball. He's keeping the defense guessing. Motherfuckers
Tank, I can't do that shit no more. There's no fucking way. There's no way. There's no fucking way. We can just continue to have this blasphemy being said out here. There's no way he said Josh Allen in the same goddamn sentence. Did he, Tank? Did he?
He did.
Oh my God, this guy is an ultimate troll. He says I troll. Holy shit!
Don't forget Josh Allen when he first played. He didn't look good at all. At all.
Hey, you must be buying some of Irsay's perks because I don't know where you getting these stats from, but you must be getting your work from Irsay.
I hope y'all remember this, man. When AR5 returns and he's healthy, I can't wait to see this man become a Pro Bowl guy, a guy who's leading us to 11 plus wins every season. I can't wait to remember that. Cut this clip, y'all, and just save it in our Google Drive. Start a folder, please, that says Save JB Show Clips. And please put this as the first clip there because in about a year or two, I'm going to bring both y'all ass back on here and be like, told you so, didn't I? Told you so. I can't believe y'all sold on Gardner Minshew. I like Gardner. He's my quarterback right now. I'm supporting Gardner Minshew. I hope he balls out. But stop talking like this guy's the franchise guy. It's the reason why he's been hopped around from the Jags to Philly to Colts. It's the reason, y'all. Come on.
No, this is what I will say. I will say that him having the ability to sit out this year and watch how an offense is ran is going to pay dividends for the kid in his future, because when you have to learn with live bullets, you got to live and die with your bad habits. But when you get a chance to see the offense work, now it expands your mind. So I think him sitting out watching Gardner Minshew this year is the best thing that could have ever happened to this kid.
It was a great balance because not only so JB wanted him to sit out the entire year from the jump. I actually like the way it played out. He played a little bit, got some real like live reps of how the NFL speed is, but then sat out. So he got a little bit of the best of both worlds where he understands the speed, understands like how things move, but he also can sit back and learn. Watch what I tell you. This guy AR5 is going to shock the world. I love it.
Wow. You're like one of them dudes who got an unpopular opinion on a bad CD. You gotta chill, nephew. You gotta chill. Oh man, Kendrick Lamar's second album was the greatest.
But the thing about it, y'all are already selling my guy. Y'all already saying this guy's gonna be a bust. No. He's done. He played 2 games. They were already like, come on, y'all, get a man a chance, Tank. Give him a chance.
The universe saved him from himself. Listen, that's all I gotta say. The kid, listen, the NFL,
that's fire.
The NFL is different. That's why every black quarterback that comes in the league, with the exception of Mike Vick, they have that one good year until the defensive coordinators adjust, and then they get their ass broke off. Because
Mike Vick, Lamar Jackson, Cam Newton, Russell Wilson. Stop.
What are you saying?
Stop.
Russell Wilson, he's a pocket passer. Cam
you
Newton
said black quarterback. Cam Newton had more than one good year. Stop it. We talked about Cam earlier. You even called him a dog.
RG3, Colin Kaepernick.
RG3 got hurt.
I'm talking exactly. Those guys came out their first year, and the defenses had not adjusted to their game. And in their second year, they tried the shit that they got away with in the first year, and they got themselves hurt. And that's what would have happened to AR5 if he did not have this time to say, okay, I know I got talent, but I've got to be able to use it like a Russell Wilson who uses his feet to get into the spots to pass the ball, not to run the ball. He's got to understand that your athletic ability has to be your break glass, pull lever. It cannot be what you lead with.
I agree with that. Hey, we got Josh Allen.
Real quick, well, we got Tank Smitty. We got 2 topics that just popped up late. I've been talking about A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts got a little bit of beef, I think. I've heard from inside sources. Tank may have too. But yesterday, A.J. ran into a sideline person for the Seahawks. And we know the Eagles suspended their security guy, Dom. This right here, apparently he's gone on Twitter after he did this last night. So he pushes him.
Nah, that was a bitch move. The guy, the guy in the hoodie, he gave him that stiff shoulder. You know that you got the opportunity to be a look. Oh yeah, go. If you go back a little bit,
right there,
he gave it to him. Yeah, I would have said he was being a bully, but nah, dude gave him that stiff shoulder because you could have let him go, and he got checked. You know, he thought he was gonna get a freebie. Nah, ain't no freebies. We addressing everything.
Hey, he walked into him like a bitch, though.
Oh, yeah, he gave him one.
Because he did it with knowing that I'm going to act like the victim. I was just walking.
Yeah.
Nah, you did that shit you knew what you was doing.
You almost got mauled.
I don't know what the tweet was, Bailey, if there was one, but apparently he came out and tweeted something. The tweet's about something else. But apparently they suspended old boy for the Eagles. They better be, they better keep that same energy, as you youngsters say, and suspend this cat. So we'll see if they do it or not. I don't know. Here's my last thing before you get off, Tank. I got to ask you, what's your thoughts on the player, mostly predominantly quarterbacks, but the player who is injured or hurt, not playing, not suited up, not playing, but he's wearing a fucking headset on the sideline in the coaching box. I am, as a coach, I'm taking the player side off. I'm taking putting my coach hat on. I can't stand it. I just think that for a guy like Aaron Rodgers to do it, first of all, he's in L.A. all week rehabbing, and then he flies back to New York for the game. He's not involved in the game plan. He's not involved in it whatsoever, as far as is contrary to everybody's belief. He's not a guy that's going to sit there and draw up the cards for the damn D-line in practice either. He's not involved, and they don't understand what really goes into this whole game plan thing in a 3-4 day process, because if it's a Thursday game or if it's a Sunday game, you know how the weeks roll. Usually you're off Tuesday in the league. You got really 3 days. I think it's a joke. I think it's becoming a mockery that we got these guys on the sideline. Aaron Rodgers is one that sticks out. Dak Prescott did it when he was hurt. I think it's a distraction to the backup QB. Myself personally, I think the cat should be helping the kid without a headset on, and Aaron Rodgers should be in the back talking to him when he comes off the field after he talks to the coach about what the fuck's going on. But Garrett Wilson and him got into a little spat. I don't know if it's a spat. I think Garrett's looking up to Aaron and talking to him as a mentor. But where are you at with this headset shit when you're not really playing?
Well, most of the time, if you're wearing a headset, it's because the coaches ask you to. It's not like you ask for a headset. And anytime, when I played, it was just an earpiece. And what that allows Aaron Rodgers to do is it allows him to hear the play and to be able to coach the quarterback on the sideline, as another voice. So
it's like Smitty's headsets, right? It's not a talk though. It's just to listen.
Yeah, I mean, I know I think he's just listening to the play, watching it happen in real time, and he's saying, "Hey, you should have looked backside to your third read on that one or whatever." It just, if he doesn't have that, he's just like, "What was the play?" And then he's watching it, and it's kind of a clusterfuck. But if he hears the play, watches how the guy executes it, he can give him real tips. And even Aaron Rodgers, who he doesn't quite know the Jets' full terminology yet. It's him getting those mental reps when they're calling it. He's able to see the play, and that's downloading the information.
Yeah. As a coach in college, I would have guys next to me when I played the call that were hurt, quarterback especially. You're standing by me, next to me, learn the play, you listen to the call. Then when the quarterback comes off, you see what I'm telling him that he should have went to or what he saw, the side adjust, whatever. But Rodgers has a fucking mic, and he's talking back to his best friend in the world, Hackett, who to me, is the reason he's there anyway. Hackett, we saw what he did in Denver. It's kind of just becoming a shit show to me. And I'm just like, dog, this is becoming like, to me, I want to see Aaron Rodgers mentor the kid in the back. It was said it without having a microphone talking in the headset. I think it's a shit show. I think Zach Wilson's like, fuck, I don't know what to do. He's already fucked up anyway mentally. He's already a mental midget. Now the motherfucker's hearing from Aaron Rodgers, Hackett, Saleh. I don't know if it's good for that kid. An older guy, Tank, I would say I agree. Like if it's an older guy, like a fucking, Roethlisberger and Bubby Brister talking, then it's fucking too old. Yeah, but the young kid, second year, I don't know. I think it's fucking his head up.
I think once all the noise settles down, when I played, I would have my backup say, hey, what did you see? What did I do on that play? And he would, after all the coaches gave their interpretation, he would say, oh, you made a bad step and whatever. And so I just think that the kid looks up to A-Rod. When he knows that A-Rod's in his corner, I think that because he's been playing a little bit better. So, I just think it's for the kid's psyche, and I think it helps.
Last segment, we got a new segment. We got one little clip for you. We call it Real Talk or Jaw Jacking. We got one little segment, and I want to know what you think on this one between you and Smitty. Is this real talk or jaw jacking?
I mean, I didn't hear what they said, but I mean,
that's on purpose.
I think
you gotta go by body language, dog. One had a helmet on, one didn't, one was looking away, one was staring him in the face. Jaw jacking or real talk?
Go ahead, Smitty.
I mean, I think it's real talk in the sense that they were, it was some real competition right there. I don't know if it was real talk in terms of like I don't know if they got some serious beef, like it's some serious. It ain't that. I've never heard no real serious street shit going on. You know what I mean? Like, so it just depends on what level you're saying. Do I think they were really competing out there and there was some trash talking right there? Yeah, I think that part was real and they moved on.
Before Tank ends it, I say it's jaw jacking for the fact that the guy talking the shit had a clearish issue with our man, but they lost. You just lost. Vikings, you just lost in overtime.
Right. But what's that got to do with?
Here it is right here. That's the issue. So there was a head up, A-gap play, and 40 wanted to let him know. Shit, to me, he scored, right?
Yeah, I mean, they're Mixon won. I mean, they both. Yeah, I mean, 40 brought it though, but Mixon.
Shit, he didn't bring it enough.
Right, that's what I just said. Mixon brought through. I'm saying, that's a football play. I don't.
Hey, that's what we used to do.
Yeah.
All you want, we scored, bitch.
To me, it's jaw jacking because that's like a person talking shit to me in front of the police. It's so many. You got all these police around here, all these cameras, and you gonna come up to me. You know what's gonna happen with these police. So that's jaw jacking to me. When it came down to mano y mano. Yeah. I walked through your mustache, partner. So that's just what it was, and he wasn't on top of his business. So it's jaw jacking.
No doubt, no doubt. Hey, this is Doc Talk Tuesday, Tank Soldier Tuesday, Talking with Tank Tuesday. It's been a loaded lineup today. We haven't had a break. We've had 4 guests on. Shout out to Matt, Steve, Tank, Dr. Jesse Morris, breaking down the NFL injury list, former NFL doctor. Breaking that down. So we get a little fantasy love in there as well for all you fantasy draft fuck boys out there. That's what I like to call your asses. But anyway, Tank, appreciate you as always. We don't see you, Tank. Sir. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year to everybody. We'll be back. Actually, we'll be back with you on the first show next week after Christmas Day on Tuesday.
Let's do it.
We'll see you tomorrow. Pound the like, subscribe, become a member. If you're not one already, we'll see you tomorrow, Work Boot Wednesday. Peace.
Missing, we switched it and filled the gap. Smitty and Jason Brown, we killed it, yeah, it's a wrap. We want the games we missing, we switched it and filled the gap.
You are now tuned in to the Coach JB.